Alright guys, so I wanted to make this quick video because recently I seen this post posted to the Saskatchewan Paranormal Facebook group. This group, to be exact. And in this post they claim that they have reached out to Purgatory Adventures, Nights of the Dark, and nobody answered them. But I went through all of my emails, all my messages, and I have not received any messages from this person. So if you're trying to contact me, you can contact me on this profile, and you just click this message button, and I'm constantly checking the messages for people. Or you can email us at purgatoryadventures@gmail.com. I'll leave it on the description of this video. So I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching our videos, and I guess we'll see you guys in the next one. can you wave to us if that's you? Like, it's waving! It's waving! Look at his hand! Can you reach for my hand? Look at it, it's like...
There it is.
Oh, I felt that!
It just touched your hand.
I felt it! Oh. Whoa!
There it goes again.
All the way, all the way! Ah!
Dude, I'm like literally.
You're trying to sweat.
What happened? What happened? All right, we are good to go. How's everybody doing? I can see Demo Star Paranormal is here. How's it going, Demo? Hope you're doing well. Or Fade, how are you doing? Welcome to the live. Hope you're having a wonderful day. We are going to watch. I got some top 5 content we're going to be watching that I found, so we're gonna check that out. Your channel's next level, you know it. Fade, I haven't looked through any of the content right now. I'll show you what I have done on the video. It's pretty well nothing. Just because right now I ran out of space on my hard drive for the video. So I was actually looking through my convention stuff and I found an old hard drive in there, an old SSD that's allowing me to put half of the footage onto that drive, then the other half onto my current SSD. So now I have enough storage to work on the video, but I was worried on how I was gonna work on it because I had no space. But I think I should have enough now with the other one. But once my other hard drive comes in, it'll be great. I'm excited to get it in so I can actually get down and work on this video. But I hope you're doing well. Hope everybody that's watching is doing well. We are just hanging out this evening. We're going to watch some videos. I'm doing great. Having an awesome Sunday. That's good. I'm glad to hear you're having an awesome Sunday. This was not a planned live stream at all. I was not planning on going live tonight. And then I'm like, what are we going to do? I guess let's try going live and see. So I decided to go live. But this was not planned at all. So. Hang on. So yeah, I'll show you where I'm at on the video. This is all I have done. There's nothing here. This is all my B-roll here. That's all you get to see. There's timeline hasn't even been created yet. I got all the footage, all the cameras on the in here, and that's all I have. That's all I have done. Bummer. So, still working to get that done. So I haven't, like, usually this weekend is where I get where I get halfway done on this weekend, but I have been struggling with finding space because like almost 1,000 terabytes I take up on my computer for one video. So I don't have. I had to upgrade my hard drive. I had to get a 2,000 terabyte SSD just to be able to hold everything. And right now, currently, so right now I have half the video on one hard drive and the other half on another hard drive. And that's how I'm able to do it right now. And I'm still got a lot of work left to go. Still got 2 more cameras to do before I can actually start editing. So I got a lot of things, but I think we're gonna watch this video. This is the top 5 most haunted houses in the world by one of my old favorite top 5 content creators called Top 5s. I used to watch his videos. We're gonna watch this one. I've never seen it before, so I have no idea how it's gonna be. But this is the top 5 most haunted houses in the world. So we will see if that's true. See what this is. Come on. Turn that on. And turn that off. Okay, there we go. Again, I have no idea how good this video is going to be.
A haunted house is a home that is perceived as being inhabited by disembodied spirits of the deceased, who may have been former residents or were familiar with the property. There are millions of haunted homes around the world, but here are what I think are 5 extremely creepy
Can't wait
cases
to hear
where the
the
undead
evidence.
haven't left home.
I hope we caught something from
Monte
this
Cristo
place.
Homestead, Australia. This historic house in June, Australia, has seen its fair share of evil since its
Really
construction
doesn't
in 1885.
feel like we caught very much
The
with the
Crawley
paperclip
family were
house,
the
but I don't
first
know.
residents, and during this time, the family laid witness to many deaths,
I gotta look through the
including
evidence
the
yet.
tragic death of a young
Look
woman
through
who
all
was
the
dropped down the
footage.
stairs. A maid to the family is believed to have fallen from the balcony, and a stable boy apparently burned to death on the property. There was also a mentally ill man named Harold, who was chained up in the caretaker's cottage on the property for 40 years.
Okay, that's
He was
messed
found
up.
killed up next to the body of his dead mother and sent to a mental institute where he died shortly after. The tragedy doesn't end with the Crawleys. After the house was left in 1948, it was taken over by a group of caretakers, one of whom was murdered in the caretaker's cottage, with the killer never being found.
The
Since all of
latest
these
Depths
terrible
of
events,
Despair?
all
We
the
could
new
watch
residents
Depths of
have
Despair. I
reported
haven't
seeing
watched them in a
ghostly
long
figures,
time.
Strange lights, invisible force fields, phantom sounds,
Why, what's
and
the latest
animal
episode?
mutilations that
It's
have
the
no
latest one.
explanation. To this day, the Monte Cristo homestead is considered the most
We
haunted
were
house
featured in one of their
Australia.
videos a couple, 3 years ago, 4 years ago
Borgvattnet,
now.
the haunted vicarage, Sweden. Borgvattnet is a small village in Jamlat country, North Sweden, and in its location
These are supposed to be the most haunted houses in the world, but I've never heard of any of them.
is the most haunted home in Sweden. The home was built in 1876, and its first paranormal incident was documented in 1927 when the residents
If
reported
the Sally
many strange
House
happenings,
or the Conjuring House isn't on this list, this is just
including one
crazy.
particular encounter with something paranormal.
'Cause I think those are the
He was
two
on
most
his way out
famous
into the attic to
haunted
gather his
houses on the
laundry
planet.
when he witnessed his laundry being torn down from the line by an unseen force. Rudolf Tangent, a priest who lived at the vicarage during the 1930s, saw an old woman dressed in grey appear in a room. He followed her as she walked away.
Oh
but
yeah,
she
the
vanished
White
in front
House.
of
That's a
his
good
eyes.
one to
In
add.
the 1940s, a man and his wife said they had
1600
several paranormal
home.
experiences in the house.
It's not.
including
Oh, the
unexplained
Exorcist
sounds
House. I
and
forgot
moving
about that one. That
objects.
is
On
a
one
that is a
occasion, woman
famous
who
place.
was
That's the
staying in
last
guest room
one.
was awoken in the middle of the night to see 3 old women sitting there staring at her. She quickly turned on the light, and they were still looking at her. However, they now appeared blurry and soon vanished without sight.
Yeah, I don't know
In
about this. That
1945,
never
Eric
heard of this
Lindgren
one.
moved into the home, and he began a journal recounting many of his own experiences in the house. He reported being thrown out of his chair regularly by an
Wild,
unseen force.
pretty
The
scary
current building is
episode.
serving
Really?
as a
Well,
restaurant, as
I'll
as a
check it out
guest
after
house.
this. This is
And
only
if
an
you're brave
8-minute
enough to
video.
Stay there, you'll receive an overnight stay certificate to prove it.
Number 3.
The White House, Washington, D.C.,
The
USA.
White House. Oh yeah, the White
Probably
House
most
is
famous
really
house,
haunted.
but not many people know that the White House is said to be the home of not just the President of America. And with its incredible history and historical residents, it's no wonder it's had its fair share of paranormal stories. And
It is, it's
considered one of the
haunted.
most haunted homes in the United States. During a visit to the White House, Winston Churchill, a former UK Prime Minister, was staying in the Lincoln bedroom. He had just finished bathing and walked into his room, where he saw Lincoln standing by the fireplace.
That's
He
crazy.
refused to sleep in that room again after that
Yo,
night.
Ethan,
Other people
how
that
are you
have said they
doing?
have seen
Haven't
ghosts
seen
of
you in a
Abraham
while.
Lincoln include Presidents Teddy Roosevelt, Herbert Hoover, and Dwight Eisenhower. First
Hope you're
Ladies
doing
Jackie
good.
Kennedy and Lady Bird Johnson.
Yo, did you
and
check out the
presidential
latest
children
video
Susan Ford
that we
and
put
Ronald
out?
Reagan. Maureen and her husband
the
both witnessed
Oxbow
Lincoln standing by the
Museum.
same fireplace, which
If you guys
Churchill
haven't
avoided seeing.
seen the Oxbow investigation, make sure you guys go and watch it, because that was a crazy investigation. We got a lot of activity, more than I thought we were going to catch.
Queen Wilhelmina of the Netherlands also had an encounter with Lincoln when she heard a knock
And
on
let's
the
be
door in the
real,
middle
those
of the night.
footsteps at the
When
end?
she answered, she was confronted by the ghost of Abraham Lincoln.
Doing
standing in
good,
the hallway,
actually.
who vanished before her eyes.
This is a last-minute live stream I decided to do, so this is kind of fun. You haven't seen it yet? Okay, you gotta go watch the Oxbow Museum investigation. For those of you just tuning in, go watch our Oxbow investigation. The footsteps we captured at the end of the video are crazy. The little kid running around upstairs, that was crazy at the end. But go watch it. Even throughout the whole thing, we caught a lot of activity. A lot of spirit box
President Andrew
voices
Jackson
and
is believed
stuff.
to haunt the Rose Room, with numerous White House employees
REM pods
reported
going
hearing
off.
his hearty laugh or him in a fit
EVP recorder playing by itself when it's not even on. That was probably one of the wildest things I've ever had happen to me on an investigation.
of rage, swearing violently. The ghost of Abigail Adams has also been seen floating through the East Room. This is apparently the room in which she used to hang her laundry, and several eyewitnesses, including staff and visitors, have seen her seemingly float across the room with her
White
arms
House.
outstretched as if she was carrying
Could you imagine getting an investigation at the White House?
a laundry basket.
That would be
Various
wild.
other
Could you
spirits have also
imagine
been seen, and
spending the
certain cold
night
spots,
at the White
disembodied
House?
Footsteps, voices, knocks, and screams are frequently reported at the
That's
seemingly
crazy.
very haunted 1600 home. 50 Berkeley Square. A large Victorian house on Berkeley Square, Mayfair in central London, is thought to be the oldest unaltered building in London, and also holds another status. It's the most haunted home in the city and quite possibly the UK.
Never
The
heard of
legendary
it.
tales vary, but a few that stand out
These
are
are supposed to be the
strange
most
goings-on
haunted in the world, but I've never heard of, like, probably one. I've never heard of this one, never heard of this one, never heard of this one. So, I don't know.
attic, said to be haunted by a spirit of a young woman who committed suicide there. She supposally threw herself from
Yeah,
the
make
top
sure you
floor
guys go
windows
watch
after
the
being abused
Oxbow
by her uncle,
investigation,
and
'cause
legend
we caught a
has it
lot
her
of
ghost has
activity.
resulted in several people being frightened to death. Another tale is that of a young man who was locked in the attic and fed only through a hole in the floor until he eventually went
What?
mad and died. In the Victorian era,
That's
when being
crazy.
occupied
A man being wait, let me go back. Did he?
died. In the Victorian era, when being occupied by George Canning, he claimed to have heard strange noises and had numerous paranormal experiences whilst living there.
Wait.
Another tale is that of a young man who was locked in the attic and fed only through a hole in the floor until
What?
he eventually went mad
Man locked in the attic and fed through a small hole.
and died. In the Victorian
And then he
era,
died?
when
That's
being occupied by
crazy.
George Canning,
Do you
he claimed to
imagine
have heard strange noises
the
and had
activity
numerous
in there?
paranormal experiences whilst living there. After George Canning's residency in 1885, the house was bought by a Mr. Myers in the late 1800s. After a breakup with his fiancée, it was said that Mr. Myers would lock himself in the attic room and slowly went mad over the rest of his life. During his stay at the house, it fell into gross despair,
of
and the
doors.
haunted reputation began to
It's
grow. As a bet, Lord Lyttelton stayed a night in the building's attic.
Sad,
He brought his
calm,
shotgun with
angry,
him,
or
and during the night fired
sad.
at an apparition which had appeared. In the morning, he attempted to find what he had shot at, but could only find shotgun cartridges. The next year, the local council brought a summons to the house's owner for failure to pay taxes.
Are you
But
saying,
due to the
like,
house's reputation
some
as
spirits
haunted, they were
have
let off.
emotions, or
In
like
the late
some can be
1800s,
sad,
Mayfair
some can
reported
be.
that a maid who
That makes sense. I've encountered spirits that we go into a place and they're moving doors and throwing stuff around, and then we go into another location and you just get like the feeling like they're, I don't know. I know what you're saying. Yeah, different spirits can have different emotions and stuff like that.
stayed in the attic room had gone
One
mad.
can have,
It was
yeah.
later reported that she
I've witnessed it. I've seen it. Like there one time, like at the Tommy Douglas Center, we had a grumpy old man there. Like it was a grumpy old dude that just did not like us there, and it was just like an older man, and he was just grumpy. That's what I got from there. Whereas some places we go into, there's one location though that we went to, the Weyburn Barn, where I believe was not like. Do you believe in non-human spirits, of like evil energies, evil entities that are not human?
died in an asylum the day after. On the day she was found, a nobleman took up the challenge to spend a night in the house. He unexpectedly died that night, and the coroner
Because there is
pronounced his
that. I
death
have
was
witnessed
caused by
that. It is
extreme
scary
fright.
as shit.
Another nobleman spent the night in the attic room, and he too was affected by whatever is living up there. It was said he was so paralyzed with fear that he couldn't speak. In 1887, sailors from HMS Penelope stayed.
I've been to some locations where you just get like this weird wave of sadness come over you, and you're just all sad and stuff like that, and you don't know why.
Night in the house.
You don't know why you're
morning,
sad.
One was found dead, having tripped as he ran from the house.
You just want
The
to
other
break
reported
down
having
and start
seen the
crying,
ghost
and
of
you're
Mr.
just like,
Myers coming
why?
at them aggressively.
I've had
No
that
phenomena
happen.
has been reported since the house was finally bought by the Maggs brothers in the mid-1930s.
I've never
People say
had
they just don't
rage
want
at a
the
location.
publicity
I've
of
never
owning
been
one of the
so
world's most
mad where I
haunted
started like
houses.
throwing stuff. I've never been like that
It
at
was
a
a
place.
best-selling book, and in 1973 was made into a blockbuster movie that scared millions around the world. So
The
much so
Exorcist
that
house.
viewers were passing out with fear in the cinema. But worse yet, it was based on a true story. The Exorcist. A young
Yep.
girl is possessed by the devil, and a lengthy exorcism is taken place by two priests
That was a good
in order to
movie, The
banish the devil
Exorcist.
from her body. But the real story is far more terrifying. In 1949, a 14-year-old boy named Roland Doe was said to be possessed by a demonic force after taking part in several Ouija board sessions. The case of Roland Doe is one of the most well-documented cases of demonic possession ever recorded, and it all started in Roland's house in St. Louis, Missouri, America. After his Ouija board session, squeaking and marching feet could clearly be heard on the floorboards, and furniture moved by itself. Objects levitated,
Crazy.
and on one account, a container of holy water placed near Roland violently smashed to the ground. Scratches also began to
Wow.
be carved into his flesh by unseen claws. This was all witnessed by his family and the priests. The demon that was said to be taking over the young boy was attempted to be removed at the house by performing an exorcism, but was unsuccessful, and during the exorcism, the boy slipped
One of the
his
most
hands
famous
out of the restraints he
houses-
had been put in,
one of the
and
most
slashed the priest's
famous
arms with a bed
paranormal
spring. Roland was finally ridden of
events
whatever was
in
controlling him, and lived
paranormal
on to have a
history.
successful
The
career
Exorcist
and became a loving father
house,
and
The
granddad, never to
Exorcism,
speak
The
of past
Exorcism.
events. But since the boy and his family left the house, all new occupants have run into extreme bad luck, which
Yep.
is said to be linked to the evil still lurking there. When a paranormal investigator entered the house, he was said to be attacked by an unknown force in what was once Roland Doe's room. The house was featured on an episode of Ghost Adventures, and I highly recommend you check it out. So
That was a
that's
good
5
episode,
extremely creepy
actually.
homes. Do you have any explanation for those paranormal events, and have you had any paranormal encounters in your home? Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.
Okay, so we were told to go watch Depths of Despair as our next one to watch. Okay, we can do that. Let me cue it up. Let me get it going. Hang on. Depths of Despair. Depths of Despair. Same thing in a house. The house was built in 1920s. I will sense a spirit, but I didn't tell my grandma for a reason. That happened to me at a place. I could sense it, but I didn't tell anyone I could sense it. Okay, we'll watch this one.
At 12:46 a.m., a girl is woken up to something terrifying in her bedroom.
That is really loud. Hang on.
The following video was captured on July 22nd of 2026. A mother had been experiencing strange things inside her house, and her
She's
daughter had
non-believer,
moved
right?
out not too long ago.
My
and
parents are both non-believers.
her old bedroom was now unused, so she decided to leave the security camera inside it to see if anything strange happens, because it usually did. One day, she goes in to collect something from the closet when this happens.
I got a really weird story to tell you guys after this. After we're done watching this video, I have a really creepy story to tell you guys about something that happened to me while I was doing something with my equipment. So, in my house. So, you guys want to hear the story. After this, I'll tell you guys about it. Oh shit, I don't have it on. Hang on. I have the video playing, but I don't have this set. Okay, we'll restart it.
At 12:46 a.m., a girl is woken up to something terrifying in her bedroom.
There we go.
The The following video was captured on July 22nd of 2026. A mother had been experiencing strange things inside her house, and her daughter had moved out not too long ago, and her old bedroom was now unused. So she decided to leave the security camera inside it to see if anything strange happens, because it usually did. One day she goes in to collect something from the closet when this happens.
Whoa. It moved a little bit.
Hello?
Hello? There's nobody there. See? There's nothing there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, she's scared now. That scared the shit out of her. That would scare me too. Oh. That'd be cool if both those doors just whipped open.
While leaving, the closet door opens slightly on its own, but she finds nothing strange inside. Then something falls down, scaring her out of the room. Some viewers thought the door knocked the basket when she closed it, so she made a follow-up video.
I just really wanted to address this comment because it has come up a lot, besides the fact that the doors are broken and they're bifold doors, and they do that. These doors don't just pop open all the time on their own. I get that they're bifold doors and they're spring-loaded, and that can happen, but it doesn't happen all the time. Especially if you've seen some of the other videos and the
I'll be
stuff we've been
scared
dealing
too.
with
I think
in this house
anyone
since,
would
like,
be.
2018. Like, look, I've been standing here forever and nothing's happening. Like, they don't just pop open.
I think anyone
So
would just
anyways, I
freak
did
out
want
if
to
that
address
happened to them.
this comment, so I'm just going to show you. So I'm opening this side just like I did the day when I was grabbing my bag and some clothes out of there. If you look up on the shelf, there is the sewing basket. It is right flush up against that back wall. I just want to show you the distance between the door, the closet door, and that shelf. Tell me how this door that is that far away from the shelf, like that far away from the shelf, clipped that and pulled it down.
Yeah.
Make
Yeah,
that make sense
I got
in
no
this
explanation for
Even
that.
if the closet was explainable, she has been experiencing paranormal events inside her house since 2018. Back in 2020, when her daughter was using this bedroom, which is actually located in the basement, she complained about creepy things happening in
Really?
the night, which is when they first
Children
set up
are the most
camera.
sensitive to that stuff. They can sense it.
And the downstairs basement bedroom was where she slept. We had the camera in there because she had been experiencing creepy stuff.
And one night, she's woken up to this.
Hey, what the heck? Knocking? Dude, that is spooky. She's out of there.
A knocking sound wakes her up, then something falls out of the closet.
Oh,
so she
I missed
turns on the
that. I
light.
didn't see the thing fall out of the closet. But I
sees
seen the
nothing
arrow
there,
up there
but
pointing
it was
at
still
something.
enough to make her leave the room and not sleep that night. Even after all this time, they still have no idea what the cause is. So like most videos, this one remains a mystery. Earthquake. On June 25th of 2026, just one day after the 7.2 and 7.5 magnitude earthquakes struck Venezuela, a man decided to inspect the damage in one of the wrecked buildings. And as he goes further inside, he believes he saw a shadow figure, so he pulls his phone out to record. As he keeps going, when he captures something terrifying. Watch closely.
Se derrumbó, derrumbado. Qué locura, Dios mío.
Fast forward.
Aunque ande en valle de sombra de muerte, no temeré porque Jehová mi Dios está conmigo, siempre en la vida. Así son las cosas. Por eso camino. Aunque muchos no lo crean y muchos crean que está loco, ahí está.
What am I looking for? What happened?
Many viewers noticed a pair of eyes watching him through a crack in the walls.
What?
Then, as he goes further inside, a tall dark shadow figure slowly peeks out from the top
What?
right corner, then quickly hides after noticing him facing it.
Okay,
and as he continues walking,
I don't like this one because the dark eyes, or the eyes you seen was just a hole in the wall on the other side. That's what you were seeing, not
down,
eyes.
a voice is heard whispering, "I don't want to leave," in Spanish.
Really?
Many viewers believe
I don't
this
know.
was the tormented voices from those who were left behind in the disaster. But just what do you think it is? Let me know.
I don't know about that
Bedridden.
one. I don't know if I agree with that one.
A man named Raymond uses a baby monitor to watch over his sick mother and look after her when he notices that she keeps staring at something on the ceiling.
What the fuck is that noise? What the fuck is that
What
noise?
is that?
I don't know if you can hear it.
No, I can hear it, but what
sounds like
is it?
Crackling or something.
What the heck is that?
Raymond doesn't notice anything strange in the room apart from an unexplainable sound that he starts hearing.
Why is
Even so,
she-
his mum keeps staring up at the ceiling
Why
nearly
is she
every
reaching
day.
for the sky like
Can you
that?
go check on her?
That is weird.
But every time Raymond enters the room to search, he finds nothing there. However, a few days later, he starts recording his mum reaching to the ceiling and captures something unsettling. Watch closely.
She does this all the time. I don't understand.
That is so weird. I don't know why. That is so weird. You see something up there.
While recording his mum's unusual reaching behavior, the nurse's hair is
Whoa,
suddenly pulled
whoa,
upwards
whoa,
towards
whoa,
the
yeah.
ceiling while she's walking straight
Her hair
without
definitely
turning
got
her
pulled.
head. It's as if something really is up there like the mum is reaching for. But when Raymond checks the room, there is nothing there. But one night, while using the phone on her bed as she's reaching, his mum does manage to capture something chilling.
This is the phone that my mom used
What? Whoa, what is that?
Thinking he would see something on the ceiling, Raymond and the nurses were shocked to see something under the blanket right by his mother before
That
it
is
quickly
crazy.
disappears. Whatever it wasn't there just moments ago. As you can see, the bed was flat just seconds ago. Not to mention the strange breath they heard. After seeing this,
And
he
that
rushes
wasn't
into
her?
the room to search it, but finds nothing out of the ordinary.
That wasn't the
One of
lady?
his
The old
viewers
lady doing
suggested he
that?
open
How
up
do we-
the
how do we
mattress
know
to see
that?
what's inside. So he
How do we
buys
know
his
it
mum
wasn't
a new
her?
mattress, and since the old one was starting to fall apart, he decides to go ahead and open it up, which quickly leaves him disturbed.
Why? What did he find?
What? That's just gross. Cut the whole thing.
What the fuck?
Jesus Christ, man.
Nothing strange was found on the mattress, like any bumps they had suspected. But either way, this was terrifying. What was meant to be a brand new mattress was actually an old used one that was covered up by a thin
Wow.
layer to look like
That
a brand
is-
new one.
that is
there was
ridiculous.
no zip or anything indicating that this was a cover or a used mattress. After this discovery, he throws the mattress out and doesn't hear anything strange for 2 days. Or so he thought, because this happens.
Here's the mattress I took out of my mom's room. This is the mattress that I cut up the other day. It's out on the curb, getting ready to be picked up. Now, this is the mattress that I thought was the source of everything. The knocking.
Really?
The mattress
This is the first ever haunted mattress I've ever seen. This is crazy.
moving suspiciously. My mom raising her hands in the air. And, well, tell me why. Tell me why I still hear the knocking.
What the heck? What is that?
After throwing
Huh.
the mattress out, the strange activity stopped for 2 days, but then the odd sounds returned. Even worse, the next night they capture something horrifying.
Oh my god, I see it.
What are we looking at? What is it? Oh, right there.
Oh shit.
What? What happened? What is it?
There's nothing under here.
A part of the cupboard suddenly raised
What?
up on its own as if something was there, but as they run to the room to search it, they find nothing strange once again. Some viewers thought he had a squatter hiding under the bed, so he shows clearly what's under there.
Here we go. All right, here we
Got
go.
a squatter.
All right.
Okay, if you had somebody living in your room, wouldn't you notice a lot sooner that there's someone in
So
there?
as you can see, there's nothing but containers underneath here.
Wouldn't
You know, extra supplies.
I feel like you would know if there was someone in there living with you.
You know, boxes and boxes. Come on now, I mean, there's nothing that could fit under there, man. Nobody's under here. Look at this. I mean, check it out, look. See what I mean? There's no way anybody could be down here. It's just crazy, man. Everything's just whacked out.
If it wasn't the mattress causing the activity, then perhaps it's these covers, or maybe something else entirely.
Haunted
Let me
bed?
know what you think.
Bedding? I've never
Subscribe
heard of that.
and hit that bell icon so you never miss an upload. 3 a.m.
Haunted bedding. I've never heard of haunted bedding before.
After his daughter comes to his room,
Usually you get
complaining that she is
haunted
scared
dolls
and hearing
and
kids'
stuff,
voices around her bedroom.
Never
Since
haunted
this is
bedding,
the second night
haunted
she has woken him
mattress.
up, he decides to search closely.
Pero ¿cómo se va a escuchar risa de niño, hija? A ver, pónsale esa madre, amor. Pónsale esa.
Sí. ¿Dónde está el donde atrás se escuchan gritos de niños jugando?
Subtitles?
La verga, se me dio miedo.
Dude, I'm scared.
Cállate, José Chuy, cállate. Espérate, no. ¿Dónde escuchaste la voz? Pero se escuchan voces.
¿Risas? ¿Risas?
A ver, prende el foco.
Mucha cucharita.
Espérate, José Chuy, no te asomes. ¿Dónde, hija? ¿Atrás dónde?
Allá.
What are we... What's going on?
A ver, apaga el foco, no se mira nada.
Turn it off.
Apágalo ya. ¿Dónde más?
Allá.
¿Qué quieres ver, José Chuy? Ay, vete la...
¿Qué es eso?
Espérate.
¿Qué es eso?
No sé. ¿Qué verga es?
No te agarra la cámara bien.
¿Una garra? No sé.
¿Qué es
What am I looking at right now? What are we looking for here?
eso?
¿Qué es eso?
Oh, I seen it. What? Something
No mames, ¿qué
black?
tiene con la pinche cámara?
I think it was something black there.
¿Sí, mira?
I don't know. What are we looking for here?
Se mira nomás en la cámara.
Just outside, in an open area, what looks like two little shadow figures can
okay.
be seen moving around while fading
I couldn't
in
even
and
see
out.
that.
Because of this and the fact that you can make out the colors quite clearly on the trees and objects much further than them, and that it's past 3 a.m., they believe this is something paranormal. But as always, I'll let you be the judge.
Man,
if you have any
I
video
miss Nuke's Top 5. That's what I'm missing right now.
recommendations, you can send them
Nuke's
over
Top
to
5 has some great, like, I don't know, he found a lot of creepy
or tag
videos.
us on TikTok
Some
at
wild
Depths of
videos. I
Despair
really
YT.
miss his videos.
The Mimic.
It's been
On
almost a
July
year
27th
since
of
we've had a good
2026,
Nuke's Top
a
5
mother was in
video.
her room late at night when all of her kids were fast asleep, but she swore she
can
could
believe
hear
it
a
or
faint
not.
voice calling out to her. So she goes and checks her kids' bedroom and sees they are asleep. But as she goes back to her room, she hears it again, so she pulls her phone out and captures this.
Huh? What happened? There's something in the hallway? Are you my son?
Oh, Mimic, dude. I hate Mimics.
Junior.
Oh, dude, I hate Mimics. They scare the shit out of me. When she asked, "Are you my son?" I knew right away we're dealing with a mimic case, and mimics are scary as shit. It's as scary as a haunting you can get. I don't think it can get any worse than a mimic.
Are you my son?
I don't like that she's asking that question.
Junior?
Oh God.
What do you need help with? What do you need
Dude,
help with, Junior?
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Junior. What do you need help with? Junior.
No,
Junior.
No, I don't like it.
No, get up.
Oh my God, dude.
Wake up, get your asses up and come on. Come the fuck on. I'm not playing with this bitch no more. Come the fuck on.
What sounds like her
I hate
son's
it. I
voice
will-
calls out to her for help.
I am scared one day on these investigations I'm going to attract a mimic home If I ever find a location that gets so bad that there's a mimic, it
Until
can't
she
get any
gets
worse
close
than
enough
that.
that it's
That is
right
scary.
behind her. Freaked out, she wakes everyone up and leaves the house for the night.
That is as
The
scary
next
as it
night,
can
she
get,
decides to
mimics.
live stream while she sleeps, so viewers can see the strange things that happen in her house at night.
I see you.
Whoa.
Stop.
And make sure you guys stick around until after this video, because I got a creepy paranormal story to share with you that happened in my house the other day. You're going to want to hear it, because it was really creepy. It freaked me out.
And sometimes saying random things like "I see you" or "stop." Then in her sleep she points up at something. She does the same thing and live streams again the next night. This time something turns the light on in the room, and her eyes roll back after they go off. Even stranger is that she works in a nursing home for older people, so there shouldn't really be any kids there, but she starts hearing a kid's voice there too.
I'm hearing shit.
Whoa.
Yeah, no.
She explains that many staff have been
Holy
experiencing
shit.
strange things in this nursing home
Can you
for a while
imagine
now,
hearing that?
and she isn't sure if it followed her home or from home. And now she is looking to move out, but I'll let you make your own conclusions. In this next video, a woman is forced to call the police to search her attic.
Okay, that is
You're gonna
some
want to
creepy
watch this video.
Okay.
Trust me.
I got a creepy story that I have to share with everybody that happened to me the other day. In my house, it was not intentional at all. It was still pretty creepy though. Wait. 6. There we go. Okay. Yeah, no, I had a really creepy experience happen to me in my house while I was setting up my equipment on. I pulled out all my convention stuff because this year we have quite a few conventions coming up that we're going to be going to. That is yet to be announced, but we do have some confirmed conventions that we're going to in October, which means we won't have any investigations coming out for that month. But anyways, I had all my stuff set up. I had all my convention stuff set up, and I'm getting everything organized into how I want to set it up at the convention, because I want to get prepared for this convention and have everything set up how I want it to be set up. So when I get there, I'm not trying to figure things out. I already know. I had all my equipment laid out on the table how I wanted. I had it all turned on. And then I liked how it looked. I took a picture of my convention stuff. I turned off all my equipment. It was all off. And for some reason I left the EMF meters on, and the EMF meter started going off by itself. It's the one that never goes off. The one that we never used went off by itself. But the weirdest thing that happened was the digital recorder turned on. One of them turned on by themselves, or turned on by itself. And when I picked up the recorder to turn it off, because it turned on by itself, when I picked it up, the recorder was already set to off. Like, the button was already switched to off. And the recorder magically turned on by itself, and I could not explain why. Now, the creepiest part is yet to come. So, I had the Ovilus going, too. And the Ovilus came through and said Lynn, and it said George. Now, if you guys don't remember, I did a video in the cemetery where I used the Ovilus, and it said Lynn, and it said George, it said November, it said December, and when I looked on the plaque, there was a Lynn that died in that cemetery, and a George that died there in December. One died in December, the other one was born in November, or something like that. But it said Lynn and it said George after the EVP recorder turned on by itself, with it being off, with the button being switched off. So I could not explain that. That was creepy. How's it going, Yoni? How's it going? Welcome. But this isn't the first time the Ovilus did something really creepy in my house. I was working on that cemetery video, the one with where I was testing the Ovilus in the cemetery, and it said Lynn and George, and the Ovilus came through. I had it sitting on my desk here because just letting it run, and the Ovilus came through while I was working on that Ovilus video. I had the editing software up. I was editing that video, and the Ovilus came through and said, I gotta pull it up. I sent it. I screenshotted the picture and I sent it to Austin because I was blown away by what it said. But the Ovilus came through and said, grave, communicate, and picture, while I was editing the cemetery video, and it said that. That blew me away. That was amazing. And I got the screenshot right here. I'll show you guys. Here's the screenshot from the Ovilus. It said grave, it said communicate, and it said picture, all in a row, right after another. So it has said the Ovilus has said said creepier stuff in my house than it has at a location. Just putting that out there. So I don't know what that means. I don't know why, but like, I've never witnessed anything in my house, but like, I don't like having the equipment turned on in my house because it freaks me out, some of the things it does. Oh wait, Duck Lake Hotel, the old man used to work there. I live across from him. I used to visit. I was little. Oh, you're talking... Okay, yeah, I know who you're talking about. And he never used to work there. He used to own the place. He was the owner of the place. Now his son owns it. Owns the Duck Lake Hotel. I am excited because I recently got APTN and I can go and watch a show called The Other Side. I'm gonna watch it and see what they caught at the Duck Lake and all these places we've been to, and see if they caught similar to us. And I want to watch their Maymont investigation, because in season 2 they go to the Maymont Memorial Hall, which is where we're going to, and I want to watch their video and see kind of what we're in for here, going to this location. Have you guys... So I was doing research on the Maymont Memorial Hall, and some of the reports there are unexplained growls, taps being turned on by themselves, whispers, bumps, and bangs have all been reported at the Maymont Memorial Hall. And I'm excited to see what we're going to find when we go. But just in case you guys haven't, make sure you guys go watch the oxbow investigation at the Ralph Allen Museum. We captured a lot of stuff, including the digital recorder playing by itself when it wasn't even on. That was the craziest thing ever that's happened to me, was the recorder playing and it's not even turned on. I pick it up, like the sound is coming out of the recorder, but when I pick it up, the screen is off and the button is set to off, but there's sound coming out of it. That was insane. Never had anything like that happen to me before. And then right now I'm currently editing the Paperclip Cottage investigation, the Paperclip house. I used to live in a really haunted house built around 1800s. Ooh, that sounds pretty creepy. What were some of the things that happened to you while living in that house? Did you have some crazy paranormal activity happen to you? Did you have some wild, crazy stuff happen? Here, I'll put it in. We'll go like this. Hang on. This is what I'm gonna do here. I'll put it in the chat for everybody. Go watch our latest investigation. Because it was a great investigation. If you haven't seen this video, go and watch it. It's our latest Oxbow investigation. It was a crazy one. It was wild. I used to live in, I was half off my bed. Something grabbed while I was sleeping. My dad grabbed. He felt a force. Really? Something grabbed you while you were laying in bed. That is spooky. That sounds almost demonic in a way. That sounds like it's something negative. When you have something literally pulling you out of bed, that sounds bad. I used to talk to a spirit. That's all I remember. I investigated a house the one time. Now, you guys that have been around here forever know the story. I've told it many times on these live streams about the house that I investigated. My very first, second ever investigation that I investigated, with things flying around the house. My friend getting attacked in the house. Yeah, there was a lot of things moving around in there. A lot of things flying. A lot of things getting dragged. We had cupboard doors open and close on their own. We had a closet door open by itself. We had a digital recorder on the ground go sliding across the floor. Things like that in this house that I investigated many years ago. That's a house in Duck Lake. Wow. That's crazy. We may have an investigation coming up. Maybe. I'm not going to confirm it because we are currently working on it. Fade is currently working on it, but we are investigating a really big location on a that was once a residential school. That's all I'm going to say. We are currently in the process of trying to get it, or Fade is trying to get it, and it might not even happen. It might happen next year. It might happen, like, I'm not sure when we're doing it. So, but we're trying to get it. It's a really big, massive residential school that we're trying to get. And if we get it, it'll be one of the biggest investigations we have ever done on the channel. If we get it, we actually have to have a security team out there with us. And we have to have a chief come down there and bless the building, and they have to bless us to make sure that whatever is there doesn't attach itself to us or stays in the building. Now, again, this isn't confirmed. This isn't for sure. We're trying. It may not happen, but that is what we're trying to do right now. What we're trying to get, but it is supposed to be an extremely haunted and a extremely dangerously haunted building. One that most definitely has a lot of negative energy tied to it that could very well follow us home. So that's what we're trying to get. I used to get chased throughout the house during the night when I was young, but I could not see the thing chasing me. I always, hang on, I gotta make this bigger. Can't really read far away. Eyes, there we go, that's better. I get chased throughout the house during the night when I was young, but I could not see the thing chasing me. I was always scared to fall asleep because that thing would chase me. That is crazy. Wow. I've never been chased before. I've always been the one chasing it, running after it, but I've never been chased by something. That's crazy. Really cool, though. I'm trying to think. I remember an investigation on a farm that we did. My first one that I went to with Nathan. It was at Criddle Farm. I've talked about this quite a few times, and they had the door boarded off. But I remember swinging open the door, and it just feeling like somebody had a refrigerator door or like an AC unit pointing at you. And it was just so cold. It was like AC coming out of there. It felt busy in the house too, like there was a racetrack. Those are the two things I remember from it. And there's been a lot of creepy shit come out of that house for paranormal. Like, I wish every day that house was still around, because that would have been such a great investigation to have on this channel. But there was a demonic circle of some kind carved into the floor in the upstairs of that house, and that is where most of the activity came from, was from whatever that thing was. So upstairs, but that was a really haunted farm that I wish was still around, because that would have been a wicked investigation to have on this channel. But I think, again, oxbow investigation is out. Make sure you go watch the oxbow investigation. We captured some cool stuff. Oh, Fade is still here. How's your drive going? Fade is currently driving right now. You're right, that was a crazy episode of Depths of Despair. There was some good stuff. Okay, we're gonna put this video on. We'll keep chatting, but I think we're gonna put on this video. Oop, not that. That. Let me know if it's too loud. I can always.
Everyone. My name is
I'm gonna turn down a little
today
bit.
We'll take a look at 13 scary videos.
13.
But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more scary content.
I like this guy. I like Sir Spooks.
Alright, with that said, let's begin.
Yeah, it was good. It was alright. Some mimic stuff. Mimics scare the shit out of me, man. That's one thing
the
that
first video
really
we'll be taking a look at today
is
comes
scary.
to us from the TikTok account
Mimics.
YellowSick 2.0, where the uploader documents some unusual incidents that he claims have taken place at the crematorium where he works. He explains that the lights automatically shut off at a certain hour each night, and decides to take viewers on a walkthrough of the building after dark. It doesn't take long before something strange happens.
When I'm walking here at night, I walk right by these urns that they put on these tables here, and then I come down. Freaking out.
Whoa. I feel like I've seen this before. I think I've seen this one before. What the heck is that?
If you watch closely, one of the lids on an urn appears to move on its own.
Really?
It's a subtle movement, but in a place like this, it's enough to make anyone feel uneasy. Clearly
Oh,
unsettled, the
that is
uploader
spooky.
decides
Okay.
It's probably a good time to leave. But before he can make it out,
it lifts
one
up.
final incident occurs.
What?
As he approaches the exit, the long plastic strips hanging in the doorway suddenly begin moving apart, almost as if something
Whoa.
invisible is passing through them from the other side. Taken on their own, each moment might not seem especially remarkable, but together,
I will
and
watch
given the
it. My
location,
eyes will be
they
open if you cut a shadow. I didn't see a shadow in it. Are you talking about the new video? Yeah, I watched it. I didn't see a shadow or anything in there, but yeah, make sure if you see something, point it out. One thing that I missed when watching the video is in the part where the recorder is going off by itself. And this is again in the oxbow investigation at the Royal Family Museum. Our latest video that came out. In the back pocket, Stacy has her phone, and while the digital recorder is going off by itself and playing by itself, her flashlight, and on her phone in her back pocket, if you watch it, it's flashing by itself. And we all we're looking and we're like, why would it do that by itself? I didn't see it, so I didn't add it into the video. I never pointed it out because I didn't realize it till after the video already came out that was happening. But if you watch in Stacy's back pocket, you can see her flashlight on her phone flashing by itself. And when she gets a phone call, it doesn't flash. You know, some phones, when you get a phone call, it flashes. It doesn't. Her phone's not set up to do that. So for her light to flash on and off like that is unexplained. So
make for a
That
surprisingly
was weird.
creepy sequence. Of course, there may be perfectly ordinary explanations for both incidents, even if they aren't immediately obvious from the footage. Whether this was paranormal activity or simply a strange coincidence, I'll let you be the judge. Next up is a video uploaded to TikTok by user DanielMakesBeat5, who claims his Ring doorbell camera captured something unsettling wandering around his backyard late
Really?
one night. At first glance, everything seems perfectly normal, but if you pay close attention, you'll notice something that's much harder
Make sure you
to
like the
explain.
live if you haven't
Take
yet.
a look.
That'd be much appreciated.
Did you catch it? A dark, shadowy
Sorry, I
figure
wasn't
can
looking. I
briefly
was
be
looking at
seen
my
moving
phone.
across the backyard
Whoa!
before disappearing
Yeah,
into
I
the
see it.
darkness. In the video's description, Daniel says this wasn't the first time he'd spotted the mysterious figure around his trailer.
Really?
In fact, he claims he'd seen it on multiple occasions.
That house that I investigated, that I always talk about, where the things were flying around, and the cupboard doors were moving and all that creepy stuff happened. It was actually a trailer. It was a mobile home that was really haunted, and I'm like probably 50%. I'm probably 60 or 70% sure it was demonic that was in there, but it was a mobile home.
And even wonders if it could be a skinwalker. While the figure certainly looks unsettling, it's worth remembering that Ring doorbell cameras heavily compress their footage, particularly at night. Combined with the camera's infrared night vision and motion processing,
it does. That is true.
An ordinary person or object can sometimes lose detail and appear as a dark, featureless
that
silhouette,
just looks
making it seem
odd.
much stranger than it actually was.
That just looks weird. It does
Even
not look
so,
like a
if
compressed.
that's all this is, it's a surprisingly eerie clip.
Right.
And it's easy to understand why it sparked so much debate online. What do you think Daniel captured lurking in his backyard?
I really have no idea. Couldn't even begin to tell you.
On September 25th, 2025, the YouTube channel Eerie Wilderness uploaded a video showing a woman exploring the woods late at night in search of something she believes may be lurking in the area. Armed with only a flashlight and her camera, she slowly
I would
makes her
not
way
go
through
into the
dark
woods by
forest.
myself.
But
Nope,
before
screw that.
long,
I draw
her
the line at a
search
dark
appears to
forest.
come to an abrupt stop. Take a look.
I don't like dark forests at all. Fear of mine. Whoa, what is that? That looks like a... What is that? Some sort of cat?
Okay. Yep. I'm done.
That's like a cat. That's some sort of like cat looking, because you can see the ears. Holy shit, I would be...
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Where'd it go? Okay.
I'd be out. I don't like dark forests.
As her flashlight sweeps across the trees, it briefly illuminates what appears to be a tall, canine-like figure staring directly back at her from the darkness. Whether or not it's actually a so-called dog man is anyone's guess, but unlike many videos of alleged cryptids, this one is clear enough that you can make out at least some of the figure's shape before it slowly moves deeper into the woods. Unfortunately, the clip ends there, so we never find out what happened after the encounter. Of course, there's also the possibility that this was simply a person in a costume. The footage is simply too short to draw any firm conclusions, and without seeing what happened before or after the encounter, it's impossible to know exactly what was standing among the trees that night. Whatever the explanation may be, it's certainly not something most people would want to come across alone in the middle of the woods.
Nope. I'd be out. I draw the line at dark woods at night.
This next video comes to us from TikTok user BioWalk210, who appears to be working a late night shift operating an excavator in what looks to be a heavily wooded area, possibly deep inside a forest. With the machine's lights providing the only real source of illumination, it's already an unsettling place to be working. But before long, the operator notices something in the darkness that makes the job far more disturbing than he ever expected. Take a look.
What am I looking at? What is that? Is that a...
While operating the excavator, the videographer suddenly notices what appears to be a person dressed entirely in white standing among the trees, seemingly watching him from a short distance away. The figure doesn't appear to move much, instead remaining eerily still.
It's so hard
as
to
the
tell
operator
because it's
tries
like
to process
it's
what he's
bouncing
seeing.
around, right?
Thankfully, whatever or whoever it was never comes any closer, and the clip ends before the situation escalates any further. Of course, it's also possible that the entire encounter was staged, with someone deliberately dressed in white and positioned in the woods to create a creepy video.
Or it's
Without
AI.
any additional footage or context, it's impossible to know whether this was a genuine encounter or
With
an
any of
elaborate
these
hoax.
paranormal stuff, we got to be careful because AI is now a thing.
Whatever the truth may be, unexpectedly spotting a silent figure watching you from the middle of a forest at night is enough to make just about anyone want to leave in a hurry.
Yep.
A man named Brandon Schulke uploaded a video to TikTok in July of 2026, documenting a job at a house that already had him feeling a little uneasy. According to Brandon, an electrician who had previously been working at the property had unexpectedly quit for reasons he doesn't know.
Really?
He also points out an area of damage inside the home before giving viewers a quick walkthrough. At first, everything appears perfectly normal. That is, until he heads down to the basement. Take a look.
Should tell the customer about that. Some exposed wire here too. Okay, so let's go take a look at the panel over here. Looks pretty good. Newer panel, okay. And we got.
Yo, dude.
What was that? Dude, hello? Hello?
You.
Oh,
Whoa!
hell no.
As Brandon makes his way through the basement, the sound of footsteps can suddenly be heard coming from somewhere.
Yo, could you
nearby.
imagine broad daylight
Moments
too?
later, a door violently slams shut.
Imagine
on its
hearing
own.
this?
Clearly startled, Brandon immediately calls out to ask if anyone else is in the house,
Hello?
but no one responds.
Hello?
Whether someone was actually hiding
That's
inside
crazy.
the property or something else caused the noises
I hope we catch this at Maymont when we go.
is impossible to know from the clip alone. If there really was another person in the house, that could certainly
I
explain
want
the
this type of
footsteps
activity.
and the slamming door.
I have yet to find a location, like on the YouTube channel, where it's like this crazy shit going on. Like footsteps, like crazy doors slamming by themselves, like just wild, crazy activity. I have yet to find a place like
On the
that.
other hand,
Let's
if
chase
Brandon
this
truly
out.
was alone, it's easy to see why the experience left him so shaken.
The only location that's come close to scaring the crap out of us is probably the barn in Weyburn. That would probably be the
What
one
do you think Brandon heard lurking in
that
the
scared the
basement
crap
that
out of
day?
us.
This next piece of footage comes from the United States Department of War's recently released UAP archive. Designated DOW UAP PR051.
Oh, I don't like these UAP
The video was
things.
reportedly captured
I'm gonna
on
skip
January
this.
1st, 2021.
Hope you guys don't matter. I hope you
by
guys don't
US
care. I don't
military-
like them. He always adds them in, and I hate them. UAP things.
When thousands of people gather to watch a baseball game, the last thing anyone expects to see is something strange flying across the stadium. This next clip was shared to Reddit by user Available Option and was reportedly captured during an Atlanta Braves game. As the television broadcast follows the action on the field, something unexpected briefly enters the frame. Take a look.
Watch. Tell me what this is.
That's a fun one, though, that David Justice. Memory of that homer in
Huh? A bug?
95, and that 1-0 game.
What is that?
Good question.
Did you catch it?
I
A
think it's a-
strange dark object
That looks like a bug really close to the camera lens. That's what it looks like to me.
suddenly appears high above the field before rapidly
But it's-
shooting across the stadium.
It's not high above the field. It looks like it is because it's right in the camera lens.
And disappearing just as quickly as it arrived. Its shape almost resembles a Dementor from the Harry Potter
No, it's just a Just an unfocused bug is what I think it is. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong.
Franchise, making the brief sighting even more bizarre. The moment only lasts a second or two, but it's been enough to spark plenty of discussion online. Some viewers believe it could be a UFO, while others think it may simply be a bird, an insect flying close to the camera, or
Okay,
even a
glad I'm
visual
not alone on that
artifact
one. I
created during
just
the
said that.
broadcast. Without additional footage, it's impossible to know
Yep.
for certain what crossed over the stadium that day.
I have no idea.
Whatever
Yeah.
it
Well,
was.
I'm glad that was mentioned because I did say it looked like kind of like a bug close to the lens.
It's definitely not something you'd expect to see while watching a baseball game. This next clip was shared to Reddit by user MinimumScholar2356, who says he works at a crematorium. While working a late
That's a
night shift,
fun job.
he began experiencing a strange feeling that something wasn't quite right. Feeling increasingly uneasy, he decided to pull out his phone and record an area of the building that had caught his attention. According to the uploader, the room ahead was completely pitch black, making what happened next all the more
Oh, he's using night
unsettling.
vision.
Take a look. If you watch closely, a small white face appears to peek out from behind the chairs before quickly retreating out of sight. The uploader even jokes that it almost looks as though whatever it is playing a game of peekaboo with him. He says that at first he wondered if it was simply a light briefly turning on and off, but according to him, that explanation didn't seem to fit, as there was only a wall behind the chairs and a light source would have illuminated much more of the room.
Yeah, I don't know what that would be.
He also points out that the white shape appears to slide back behind the chair rather than simply disappearing.
I have no
all
idea.
while the camera remains perfectly still. Of course, it's also possible that the lighting, camera exposure on object hidden in the darkness created the illusion of a face. With such a brief clip, it's difficult to know exactly what we're looking at.
Right?
Whether it was really something playing peekaboo or simply a trick of the light, I'll leave that for you to decide. Over on TikTok, a woman named Shia uploaded a video while spending some quiet time at home with her newborn baby brother. At first, everything seems perfectly ordinary. As she records the room,
If you guys have any videos you want me to watch, make sure you let me know and we can have a look. If you got any top 5 paranormal videos you want me to view, watch, react to, whatever, let me know and we can watch it.
rocking chair can be seen sitting
Just don't post the link in the chat because it will get removed.
in the background,
'Cause that's just how
alongside
YouTube's set
several
up.
children's toys. But within seconds, the peaceful moment takes
YouTube
a
will
very
remove it.
unsettling turn. Take a look.
Rocking chair moving on its own when I was home alone with my... What?
As you just saw, the rocking chair suddenly begins rocking back and forth on its own. At the same time, the sound of a lullaby starts playing from somewhere
Okay,
else.
that
in the
is
room,
some creepy shit.
Although the toy responsible for the music never appears on camera. In the video's caption, Shia says the entire experience felt like a literal horror movie, and it's easy to understand why.
Yep.
Seeing an empty rocking chair moving by itself is unsettling enough.
Now, I want footage of maybe an animal moved it. Maybe they have a cat or a dog that we're not seeing here. Or there's some other logical explanation to that moving. I'd
But
love
having
to
a
see
lullaby
that.
begin playing at the exact same time makes the moment even creepier.
Yeah, it does make it creepy,
Of
though.
course, it's possible the chair was already moving slightly beforehand or was set in motion by something outside the frame.
That's what I was just saying, yeah.
The lullaby may simply have been triggered by a nearby toy that's hidden from view. Whether it was nothing more than an odd coincidence or something far stranger, I'll let you decide.
Number 4.
Over on the Alien subreddit, a user known as Original Blackberry 89 shared a video that he boldly describes as the best UFO ever recorded.
Really?
That's certainly a lofty claim.
That is a lofty
the
claim.
footage shows the videographer filming the night sky. For several seconds, nothing appears out of the ordinary. Then, something unexpected comes into view.
So, best footage ever recorded on a potato quality camera. Okay, what is that? Wait. Yeah. Okay, that is creepy. That's crazy. What the heck is that?
A strange object slowly drifts across the sky, its shape appearing surprisingly detailed despite the video's relatively low quality.
Yeah,
Rather
no
than
shit.
looking like a single point of light, it seems to have a complex structure, almost resembling something straight out of a science fiction movie. The object remains visible for quite some time before eventually disappearing from the frame, giving viewers a much longer look than many alleged UFO videos typically do. Of course, without knowing exactly what was filmed, it's difficult to draw any firm conclusions. Some viewers believe this is one of the most compelling UFO videos shared online in recent years, while others suspect there may be a more conventional explanation, or that the footage could have been staged. Personally,
no
I have
idea.
to say this might actually be one of the best alleged UFO videos I've ever seen.
Right?
Whether it's genuine or not is another question entirely. But as far as UFO footage goes, it's definitely up there for me.
Right?
What do you guys think?
I would have to say the same. It's a pretty large claim. I thought it was just gonna be like a speck floating around, but no, that is something. Yeah, I don't know what that is.
This next video shared to the True Cryptozoology subreddit is said to show a group of grave robbers exploring a cave somewhere in Peru back in 2015. As they venture deeper into the cave, they suddenly come across something lying on the ground that appears unlike anything they've ever seen before. Take a look.
What? It's like an alien. What the heck is that? Okay, this has got to be fake. This can't be real. That looks like an alien, though.
Lying motionless on the cave floor is what appears to be the body of a small humanoid creature with an elongated head and unusually thin limbs, leading many viewers to speculate that it could be some sort of alien. The group spends the remainder of the video filming the mysterious body from different angles, giving viewers a surprisingly long look at the alleged discovery. Without any reliable information about the video's origin or what became of the alleged body afterward, it's impossible to verify exactly what was filmed. Some viewers believe it could represent an extraordinary discovery, while others suspect there's a more conventional explanation that simply isn't obvious from the footage alone.
Alien?
Whatever the truth may be,
I don't know.
it's certainly one of the most
I'm not really a firm believer in aliens at all.
unusual cave discoveries ever caught on camera.
I'm still like on the fence about it. I'll just for me, I'll just stick to paranormal investigations. I I won't ever venture into the whole.
This next video was uploaded to YouTube
I
by
won't venture
Adriel and
into the whole alien aspect
Owen
of things. I'm
on
not
October
not
2nd,
firmly into
2011.
that, but
According to the uploader, security cameras at their workplace captured something they couldn't
I
explain.
still have an open mind. So
Adriel also claims the footage was later examined by experts in the field, but says no definitive explanation was ever reached. Let's take a look.
whoa, what the?
The security
can't even
footage
miss
shows the
that.
inside of an office late at night, long after everyone has gone
Okay,
home.
that is some spooky
Then,
shit.
seemingly out of nowhere, what appears to be the figure of a young girl walks through the building. At one point,
What
she
even
even
is
seems
that?
to glance directly toward the security camera.
Okay,
before
that is some
continuing on her
spooky
way.
shit.
Whether that's simply a coincidence or not, it's a detail that makes the
I've seen many apparitions on investigations. I think one of the latest ones I've seen was while investigating Buddy's pub. I seen a hunched over black figure move behind me in the window, in like the window of a door. That was freaky shit. But still, that was one. I think that was one of the only ones I can
Footage
remember
feel
seeing
all
an
the more
apparition. Like
creepy.
in our investigations
The
before
uploader
the
also
channel, I
mentions
have
learning
lots.
that
I've
the
seen
office building was
a few.
constructed on this.
I think the coolest one I ever seen, and it's because I had someone to back it up, is I seen a black stick figure thing, and it was running down the road. It went over to a grave site there, and I watched it materialize into the ground. It put its hands on its head, and it went down into the ground. It materialized into the ground, into its grave, and I was like, what did I just see? What was that? And then I thought I was seeing things. I thought I was crazy. But then the guy next to me that I was investigating with said, did you see that figure that just disappeared into the ground? And I was just like, you seen that too? I seen it. He seen it. And it was the craziest
Site
thing I've
of
ever
a
seen.
former Victorian orphanage. A piece of history
Again, that was
has only
before the
fueled
channel. That was
speculation
investigating
about what the camera may
the
have
big
captured.
cemetery. So
Could there be a perfectly ordinary explanation for the mysterious figure? Absolutely. But with so little context available, it's difficult to say exactly what we're seeing. Whatever the case may be, it's certainly an unsettling clip.
it is very unsettling. That's a great capture.
Reddit user AnonMouse2468 shared these unsettling security camera clips to the Paranormal Encounters subreddit, hoping someone might be able to explain exactly what was captured. Take a look.
What the shit? What the? What did I just seen a black figure? Is that what I seen? A black figure standing back there? Hang on.
Right at the beginning of
Yeah,
the first
right
clip,
there.
a dark figure can be seen moving across the room in what appears to be a crawling or hunched over position. A few moments later,
Yeah.
it seems to make repeated movements against the wall before disappearing from view.
It didn't disappear from view. The light turned on, obscuring the
The
view.
second clip appears to show another strange figure entering from the left side
I don't
of the
see it.
screen.
I don't. On
It
the
looks
left side.
almost as though it's using a walking stick as it slowly
right
makes its
there.
way toward the camera.
Okay,
What's
that's
particularly intriguing is that the room appears to be fully illuminated at the beginning of the clip.
that is
With
creepy.
no sign of anyone standing in that area.
What
Then,
is it?
after the lights go out for just a moment, the figure suddenly emerges from a part of the room where nothing could be seen only seconds earlier.
Okay,
According to the uploader,
that is
both
weird.
clips were recorded at his father's airsoft site. He says the timestamps on the cameras were incorrect, but that both videos were actually captured late at night.
Huh.
He also claims nobody was at the site when the first clip was recorded, and that there was no one else in the room during the second recording. Could there
That
be a
is
perfectly ordinary
very
explanation
creepy.
for what these cameras captured? Perhaps, but based on the footage alone, it's difficult to explain exactly what we're seeing. What do you think was caught on these security cameras?
I honestly have no
Let me
idea
know
what
your
that would be.
theories in the comments below.
I honestly have no idea what I'm looking at here.
And that was 13 scary videos. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then subscribe for more scary content. My name is Sir Spooks, and I'll see you all
That was
in the next
a
video.
very good video. Do you guys got any videos you'd like me to watch? If you do, please let me know. I don't know, we're gonna just click on this one.
Don't mock the undead. Mocking the unnatural is usually a bad idea, and this footage proves why. In a remote home surrounded by dense forest in Indonesia,
I have no
a
idea
man
what this
spotted
is. We're just clicked a
shrouded
random
figure,
video down
known
here.
locally as a pocong, standing in
cool.
the dark. Instead of backing away, he began taunting it with a bolster pillow.
With a what? What's a bolster pillow? Just a pillow?
In Indonesian folklore,
I don't like the guy's microphone. I don't like that. It sounds weird. 25 scary videos that will keep you awake. Let's look at some more mimic stuff, because that stuff, let's look at like top 5 mimic videos, because that stuff, that is where the real creepy shit is. Top 5 scary mimics caught on camera. Here we go. Let's watch this one. Again, if anyone has any scary videos they'd like me to watch, make sure you throw it in the... Well, don't throw it in the comments, but let me know. And then we'll give it a watch here.
They were taking a video when they captured something horrifying. Late one night, a woman named Catherine Goodwin was partying with several of her friends.
I don't even know what this
She decided
is.
to take a video capturing the moment. Little did she know fun would quickly turn to terror as Catherine noticed.
I don't like this guy's voice. These paranormal mimics will make you question everything. Sinister, I don't know who that guy is. Most disturbing mimics ever recorded. Well, let's try this one and see how it is. I don't know who this guy is, but maybe we'll find another really cool YouTuber. Oh, this is already good. Oh, dude, I hate mimics. I hate it.
In this eerie video, a man hears the voices of children calling from outside. But when he checks, there's no one there.
Oh, I don't like the... I love this. This is already good. Was that her?
Is anyone there?
Oh my god. Is that the person saying that or the mimic?
Hello?
Oh my god, dude.
Is anyone there?
What the heck? What happened?
A girl?
I missed what happened. You didn't highlight what happened. But that was
Celeste
creepy.
From Mexico uploaded a series of haunting videos detailing the strange things she had been hearing and seeing outside her room. Yet, every time she checked, no one was there.
Dude.
Feeling uneasy, she decides to sleep at her cousin's house. But on the following night, as she's laying on her bed, she hears something opening the front door.
No. Upon investigating, she found a fallen box, yet no one was in sight.
Mames, está abierta la puta puerta. No hay nadie, o sea, no hay nadie, no hay nadie.
As Celeste rushes to record the area where the strange noises and disturbances have been coming from, she finally sees it.
Sees what?
Me está dando miedo, te lo juro que estoy temblando. No, no mames, no mames.
What?
No mames.
But then,
wait,
from a corner far
oh,
too
what the
small
heck,
for
dude?
anyone to fit, a dark figure with long black hair slowly peeked out from where the
Okay,
object
that
had
is
been
some
thrown.
creepy shit. That is some creepy shit.
A family from Thailand.
That's not really a mimic, though. These aren't really mimic. These are more ghosts.
During a live stream, when someone or something tried to break into their home in the middle of the night.
I've seen some really creepy mimic stuff on Nuke's Top 5. The heck?
As they hurried to close the front door, loud knocking echoed through the house, agitating their dogs.
What? The dogs can
Moments
sense
later,
it.
The knocking stopped, and everything went quiet.
Yung pinto ba yan? Tangina. Aray. Siguro mo yung nasa
Whoa.
Ako na ano sa'yo. Guys, di kami makaano yung paa ko. Gaga, huwag kang umiyak. Huwag kang umiyak.
Again, this isn't really...
May gustong lumapit.
This video isn't really mimic stuff. This is more of just paranormal stuff caught on camera. But so for those of you that don't know what a mimic is, what they are, is mimics the demonic. It's a demonic force for one, and it will mimic someone that you love or someone that you know. It'll mimic their voice, even their appearance, and to lure you to them. And they are incredibly scary. They're frightening. They'll try and scare you. They'll throw stuff and move stuff. But their biggest characteristic is they'll mimic the people you love the most. Your mother, your father, to try and lure you to them, to lure you to the entity, but to let you in, to let them in, right? Wow.
The door suddenly swung open, terrifying the girls, yet no one was there.
Okay, let's see some real
TikTok
mimic
user
stuff.
Melodis Rose was recording a video message when she suddenly heard a voice. Without thinking, she replied, "Yeah?" only to realize moments later that she was completely alone. TikTok user Kaylee claimed that one night, while
What?
her husband was out and she was home
Wait.
alone, she suddenly heard something chilling. Without thinking, she replied, "Yeah?" only to realize moments later that she was completely alone.
I don't like this because it's not showing it. It's just... Oh yeah, this is kind of a dumb video. That was, I'm not very happy with how that video is because it wasn't showing it. Um, 10 most horrifying mimic encounters caught on camera. Here we go. This one might be good. Or it might not be.
The hunt for the truth.
The hunt for the truth, okay.
In this first case, this TikToker hears what sounds to be her mother.
What is
but
this?
It turns out that it could be something much more sinister.
I don't like that. That is not... 35 most terrifying skinwalker videos caught on camera. That could be cool, but I want to see a really good mimic video. Top 10 craziest mimic. Okay, let's watch this one. This one looks good.
She kept hearing noises around her house, then one night it went inside. A girl named Celeste from Mexico uploaded a series of haunting events, where she explains that she's been hearing and seeing strange things outside her room, but every time she checked, no one would be there.
Okay, so this is from the
Feeling
last
uneasy,
video.
she decides to sleep at her cousin's house, but on the following night, as she's laying on her bed, she hears something opening the front door.
No.
She finds a fallen box, but still, no one's
No
there.
mames, güey, no mames, está abierta la puta puerta.
Door is open,
No
wow.
hay nadie, o sea, no hay nadie, no hay nadie.
Now, as Celeste decides to record the area where the noises and things have been coming from, she sees it.
Me está dando miedo, te lo juro que estoy temblando. No, no mames, no mames, no mames.
From a corner too small for anyone to fit, a dark figure with black hair is seen peeking out where the object was thrown. A family from Thailand
my
captured a
girlfriend came
haunting
in.
moment during a live stream where someone or something
This is a good
tried
video.
breaking into their house in the middle of the night.
I don't like the guy's voice. Oh yeah, okay. This is the exact same video we just watched, but a little better and more explained.
As they close their front door, something can be heard knocking, agitating their dogs. Shortly after, the knocking stopped, but as the stream ended, later in the night, whatever was out there managed to get inside.
Okay. We already seen this, and the thing opens. I'm gonna skip ahead here, my friends, because we've already seen that one.
He was walking by a graveyard when something called his name. Angel Luis, a man from Peru, often records his late-night walks past a local graveyard due to the eerie atmosphere. But one night as he walks by, he hears a woman's voice calling his name from within the graveyard.
Easy, wow. Luring him over to the graveyard. It's crazy. I've had my name called many
As he hurries away in
times.
fear, the voice grows more insistent, calling his name repeatedly, as if growing impatient.
It's good. That's good. Run away from that. Don't go towards it. That's what they want you to do.
Luis managed to escape unharmed, but he's left with a chilling question, just who or what was calling his name. This is why you shouldn't play games with it then. A man named Yera from Mexico explains that ever since he played a game called Baby Blue Blue Baby Alone in the Mirror, something
I had a really creepy experience happen to me while messing around with a mirror. And are you guys familiar with a game called Bloody Mary? You're supposed to spin around in the mirror 3 times or whatever and say, Bloody Mary, come to me, or something like that. And you're supposed to do it. It's supposed to be in the dark or whatever, some candles. Well, I was at a camp and we were screwing around in a mirror and we were doing that. And I turned around, I said, Bloody Mary, whatever, 3 times. And when I looked in the mirror started to like shake back and forth and my eyes like went black, like pure black, both eyes. And the other guy that was in there, that was at this camp, looked in the mirror and seen my eyes go black too. And we're like, what the heck? And we ran out. That was one of the creepiest things that's happened to me while playing that. But yeah, and apparently it's not paranormal, but if you believe that you're going to see something when you look in the mirror, you're going to see it. And that's just kind of it's not really paranormal, it's just like in your head kind of thing.
attached.
But yeah, that's my mirror thing that I had. When I was a kid during the night when everyone was asleep, I would hear my dad's voice yelling my name in a very mean way. I knew it was not my dad because he was asleep, right? Could have been a mimic. Could have been a mimic. You don't know.
One night, as Jed is closing shift with another co-worker, he turns off services for the night, but as he does, whatever's following him pays him a visit.
Okay. Phone ringing.
As they turn everything
Answer
off
the phone.
from a dark room, the phone begins to ring as if something's luring him to go down.
This happened to us at a place. So, my most haunted location I ever investigated. My buddy left his phone at the house we were investigating. We went across the street to get batteries, and he gets a phone call. When we pick up the phone, it just clicks off, and that's it, right? So he hits the redial button, and it rings, and it rings, and it rings. And then we get the answering machine, and it was his answering machine on his phone. So somehow his cell phone that was in the house we were investigating called us across the street. How that happens when the house is empty, I have no idea.
Stairs. He was exploring an abandoned prison in Mexico when he sees this. An urban explorer made a haunting discovery inside one of the prison cells while exploring abandoned places in Mexico. In the video, as he walks by the empty cells, something hiding in the dark shows itself to him.
What am I looking for here?
An eerie figure with a red cloak is seen.
Oh shit! Okay, now I see it. What the
man? But as he turns back, nothing's there.
What did we just see right there? I was like, wait, what? But once it's slowed down, you can. It is a man with a black. It's a man. Something with a red cloak.
The figure resembles the
Okay,
legs of
that is some
someone
creepy shit.
known to be the personification of death, granting those who follow it miracles in a safe passage to the afterlife.
Okay,
A man
that
from
is some
Argentina
creepy
by the
shit,
name
man.
Fito decided to investigate their attic after hearing strange footsteps and voices coming from their ceiling late at night. As he opens the attic door and investigates, he makes a haunting discovery.
Haunted attic, okay.
A secret door is found, leading to a higher area of the attic.
Don't fall through the ceiling. I'd be scared being
Inside
up there.
the attic, strangely enough, he meets face to face with a black cat,
Oh, it's a cat.
hiding in the dark. Ever since they opened the door, they explain the noises have gotten worse at night, as if whatever's up there isn't happy they went inside. A woman from Turkey
But it's a
recorded
cat.
an
I'm
unsettling
confused
video,
by that one.
hanging out with her friends in their balcony. From their neighbor's window, they see a strange woman aggressively moving her head.
Sanırım yatakta oturmuş ve böyle saçma sallanıyor. Çok tuhaf şekilde. Çok ürkütücü. Yani ben çok ürktüm şu anda
What the
gerçekten de.
fuck? What am I looking at right now?
Sallanıyor, duruyor, aşağıya bakıyor, sonra tekrar sallanmaya başlıyor bak.
What am I looking at right now here?
Kadın mı erkek mi anlayamadım. Hain mi yapıyor bunu? Ne
doesn't-
yapıyor orada? Sanırım yani hiç hoş değil. Evet böyle ama yani ışıklar açık yani ister istemez görüyorsun. Ben anlamadım. Bak içeride de bir tane.
Heh.
The lady seems to be wearing
What?
some sort of mask, but doesn't seem to be tied down at all, just simply flailing her head as if she's possessed.
This is messed up. Could you imagine seeing this?
O ne ya? Çok tuhaf değil.
What would you guys do if you've seen this going on across the street at your neighbors? Would you, like, call the cops? Would you go knock on the door? Like, what would you do? What if you've seen
Şu an
something like
adam onu
this?
fotoğraf çekiyor. Video çekiyor.
What's your first instinct?
Video çekiyor galiba.
She explains they called the police afterwards, but never got a
Good, I'm glad.
A woman by the name Claire was home alone watching TV when she notices her cat acting uneasy, staring at the door as it slowly opens. As Claire begins to ask whatever's moving the door to open it again, this happens.
Open the door. Please. Please open the door. It's a tiny bit.
Whoa, it actually opened. Okay.
As the door opens, the camera loses focus as a shadow figure can be seen watching her through the door gap.
Yeah, something definitely does pass through the doorway. Okay.
Now, the shadow could have been cast by the door touching the door frame, as some
Yes,
viewers
yes.
pointed out. Yet, that doesn't explain why her cat was acting so defensive towards the area, as if someone or something was there. Due to this, Claire believes whatever spirit haunts her home communicated with her that day. Their daughter was fast asleep one night when something visits her. A man named Jorge uploaded a disturbing video where he explains that during the late hours of the night, through his baby's nanny cam, something horrifying is captured. As the door closes, a
Whoa.
dark mass can be seen approaching the crib and begins to loom over the baby.
Yeah, you can definitely see the dark mass right here. I don't know what that would be.
The shadow being seems to move things around as if it's touching their daughter. After witnessing this unsettling moment, Jorge uploaded this onto his Facebook page, looking for answers. Sean from Off Grid and Growing explains that not so long ago, they suffered the loss of their beloved dogs, Nelly and Nikki. In their memory, Sean put together a memorial site to never forget them. As a few nights pass, just by their gravesite, Sean makes a shocking discovery.
All right, everybody, I need your opinion on this because it's either creepy or really cool. Could this be Nelly and Nikita keeping a watchful eye on the property from beyond? What's really interesting is how the two orbs are staying perfectly, like, horizontal and together as they're floating around the property up there. And what really makes this truly interesting to me is how they disappear right into Nelly and Nikita's grave. And when those two orbs disappear into Nelly and Nikita's grave, this other orb floats over really slowly into the center of the property.
Okay, well
and just sits there.
that's weird. That's really weird. What?
Through the surveillance cameras, what looks like two balls of light can be seen hovering towards Nelly
That
and Nikki's
is
grave
weird.
sites.
I have no
Sean
idea.
believes this is the spirit of their two dogs looking over them from the other
It's
side.
not a bug at all. Huh, that's weird. What do you guys think? That was a interesting video. Yeah, that was a interesting one. Cool. Do you guys got any videos you want me to check out at all? Anything at all? Let me know. Is there any of my videos that you would like me to watch with you guys and we can kind of react to it? Let me know. But yeah, if you got any requests for a video, otherwise I'm just gonna keep playing some stuff. What's this one? Real scary videos caught on camera that will keep you up at night by the best top 10. I don't know who this is, but this looks creepy, so let's check it out. The best top 10.
Oh no.
Just gonna look it over here.
This stop tells the story of Chilo, a woman.
Okay, well, let's see. What is this here?
Assassination, kill him to the bone. Was talking about the paranormal activity.
Okay, this looks cool. Let's check this one out. I like this guy's voice. Gonna pause that. Gonna change this. Alright, let's check this video out. I don't know. Seems good.
This stop tells the story of Chilo, a woman whose life took a frightening turn after a seemingly harmless acquisition. In 2012, Chilo bought a peculiar cult pendant, supposedly related to the enigmatic Aleister Crowley.
Oh.
Coincidentally, around that same time, he was struggling with an addiction.
Sounds like okay.
Since then, a series of unexpected, inexplicable events have been his constant shadow. But the most alarming thing happened recently on June 5th,
I like this
2025.
guy. I like the.
While
What
Cello
channel
was
is
at home
this?
busy washing the dishes, some strange noises alerted her from the hallway.
The best top
The feeling
10?
of unease was so strong that she
Let's
decided
subscribe. I
to
actually
start
like this.
recording with her phone. What she captured is
His
frankly
voice isn't
chilling.
annoying, which is weird.
Okay, I'm so crazy, right? Here we go. Baby's terrified. Hold on.
What is that? What am I listening to right now? Huh?
I know you're okay, Pasa.
This is after I had my camera set up because I heard noises and had to
First,
wash
there
the
were some
dishes.
banging sounds.
Huh.
Then the door at the end of the hallway started opening and closing by itself, over and over again. The camera on his phone was distorting and shaking for no apparent reason. But what really put her on alert was her dog's reaction, who ran away terrified and whimpering. Cello is convinced that something is connected to her, something that follows her everywhere. This clip was recorded late at night in the quiet kitchen of a house. The woman who lives here says that she often feels as if someone or something is watching her. But tonight she managed to capture the terrifying activity with her camera.
Whoa. Okay, that is kind of creepy.
She enters the kitchen, puts down a glass, and blows out a candle when suddenly a cabinet door swings open and slams shut.
Oh,
with
that reminds me of
incredible
my
force,
haunted experience with the
apparently
cabinet
on its
doors
own.
opening.
At first, she seems
By
to ignore it,
themselves.
but a few moments later, while the dishwasher's running, the cabinet opens again. Suddenly, this time even more violently, startled and scared to death, she runs out of the kitchen. What is opening those doors? Is it just faulty hinges or something much more sinister? Now let's travel back a few days to July 3rd, 2025 and meet Captain Casket, a man with a fascination that we could say is rather peculiar. He has been in this current house for almost a year without any incidents, and he loves collecting strange objects and macabre ones, many of them coming from funeral homes with a clear connection to the deceased. One day, a friend brought him more of these unsettling curiosities, and just a few days later, the atmosphere in his house changed
I got
drastically.
that one. I had to sneeze.
While filming a video about these strange experiences, something was captured that would chill him to the bone.
He lived in this house for probably close to a year now, and I've never had something happened here. I've never once thought there was any kind of strange things happening or ghosts or anything like that until a couple weeks ago when I was given these like lab grade things like test tubes. And these are like a legit Pyrex brand, like super high quality glassware,
Why does
right?
it sound like that? Sounds like this is slowed down.
It came from my birthday party at home. So the other day I was in my room and I started to hear like...
Okay, what is going on right now? Is this part of the video? But like his voice isn't even matching.
Clink, and I don't see any movement, but I hear it.
Okay, what the heck?
And it's like obviously those. So I didn't think too much about it. And then a few days later, I started seeing little shadows. On the south side of my vision, I peek over while watching television and wonder, what's going on here? I mean, like, my sleep has not been as good.
While Captain Casket was talking about the paranormal activity, a dark figure moved behind his door, completely unnoticed by him. Soon after,
I missed
he
that
heard
one.
strange voices echoing through the house.
Has hecho muchas investigaciones de fantasmas, electronic voice phenomenon, análisis. Sabes exactamente de lo que hablo cuando digo que esa es la calidad.
What the heck, dude? What is
That's
going
a
on with
perfect
this right now?
example. The same one.
He showed that in that corner,
Okay.
there was no space to hang a jacket, nor for a person to stand, surrounded by his macabre objects. A
I
few
see
days later,
Austin
while
sneaking
painting,
in here.
he noticed a dark figure upstairs and decided to record it.
Haunted cabin. How's it going, Austin? What?
Hello?
I don't like this. This is weird. Like, it's like the thing is glitching out the video. Pretty good. That's good to hear. I don't know what I'm watching right now. It's like this is like glitching out. I want to investigate a haunted cabin. That'd be cool. There's a cabin.
What the fuck?
I almost got to investigate a cabin, but the woman's husband was dead set against us coming to do an investigation. But I almost got to do one, and it would have been in the dead of winter. But she could not convince her husband to do an investigation. I actually have a clip of she sent me a clip of some activity going on in the cabin, of like the candle holder. There's a handle on it, and the candle holder thing moving on it, the handle flipping up. That was cool. That was one of the coolest things I've seen, and that was sent to me by somebody that lives in Saskatchewan that was staying at their cabin. So I love how Fade is just hanging out in the background. This is playing. What is going on right now? Whoa, his door moved.
I heard noises where I saw the shadow, and as I approached, the door opened by itself. Captain Casket didn't hesitate. He turned and left
Skinwalker
immediately.
Sass.
After collecting these
Did you
objects
see
and
Nuke posted
experiencing
an
such
update
events,
a few months ago?
he is completely
I missed
convinced
that
that
first.
something...
Oh yeah, was that the one? That was the one back in May, right? About his he got into an accident in his car, and he still hasn't posted. But yeah, I did see his update that he posted.
is haunting his home. Let's hope to hear news soon.
Yeah, that was back in May, I believe, right?
This clip
He posted
was recorded in a quiet house where the owner claims to hear strange music late at night.
Yeah, I'm home.
She says
now,
that
brother.
the
I'm
unsettling sound of a piano sometimes
playing my
echoes through the
baby
house,
and watching it.
even though no
Oh,
one is
nice.
playing. Tonight she investigates, but things don't go as expected.
Yeah, I seen that update. That's good to hear. I'm glad he's doing okay. I'm happy he updated us, because I was worried he died or something, but at least we know what's going on now. I wish he'd be okay and just come back. I want him to come back. I need some more scary Nukes Top 5.
What happens?
Really the first time anything... The piano stopped playing? The heck? The piano's playing by... Whoa! Poltergeist stuff?
We hear the faint sound of a piano as she enters the room where she is, but there's no one there. Confused, she heads to the basement, where the sound now seems to come from. But as she nears the piano, the music abruptly
for the
stops.
longest time.
Then, suddenly several objects in the room fall on their own, causing her to flee in terror.
We need Nuke Top 5 to come back. I haven't checked recently. Has anyone checked recently to see if there's any more updates on when there's a new video coming out?
Seconds.
That's what I'm waiting for.
This entity will come tonight. This story moves to a remote place. On July 5th, 2025, a group of friends explored an abandoned silo at night. The silence was suddenly broken by something that left them stunned.
One day I'm gonna wake up and there's gonna be an upload.
Asking for help.
Oh yeah, and by the way, for those of you just tuning in, if you have not yet, make sure you go watch our new upload at the Oxbow Museum, the Ralph Allen Museum investigation. I just put that video out maybe a week ago-ish, maybe a week or two ago. The Ralph Allen Museum, we caught a lot of crazy activity at that location, including a little kid running around upstairs. So if you want to go, if you want to see that, it's the latest video on the channel. I put it out not too long ago. Make sure you give it a watch and a comment. That would be much appreciated. You haven't seen it yet.
Huh?
Found a skinwalker at the silo? What? Where? Oh, it's just a dude. Bro, that scared the shit out of me, dude. He turned around and there's someone there. I'm waiting for this skinwalker thing to come out.
It came from the dark depths of the place. It was
Where?
a strangely calm
I
voice
didn't see
saying
anything.
She had lost her friends. The boys, with a hint of suspicion, asked her if she was a skin changer. She simply
Dude,
repeated
that scared me. I don't know why it scared me.
Voice,
I was
lost
like
my
waiting
friends."
for something and nothing
It wasn't
appeared.
the desperate tone of someone truly trapped. Realizing that something wasn't right, they turned around and ran away from the place. Because of the silo's size and darkness, many think these places shelter imitators or skin changers. What do you think?
I'm not into that. Like, there
This
was
next
nothing
video was filmed
skinwalker
late
about
at
that.
night.
Hang on, we're gonna find something else here. Look at all these Nuke Top 5 videos it keeps recommending me. Jump scare. I don't know why it scared me. I really have no idea. Scary comp? Let's watch this. Don't watch alone.
In the following video, two sisters are alone at home, hiding inside a room when their house alarm starts to go off.
I'm recording. Okay. Do you hear that?
As it seems, someone had entered their home. Their security camera shows the front door open, suggesting that someone did in fact break inside. But what's strange about this is that when they replay the moment the door opens, no one is seen. It just seemingly opens up all on its own. Now at this moment, the two sisters didn't see how the door opened up. They just saw that the door was wide open, and it doesn't help that they just heard a police
make
siren
sure you guys
outside
go
their
watch
house.
this video.
But
This
as
is
if
our
the
latest
situation
upload.
couldn't escalate
Go
anymore,
watch it.
this happens.
But when you're done watching it, make sure you come back and also make sure you leave a comment on it. That's our latest upload. Is there an alarm going off? Bedroom door opens? What? Security cam POV. Okay. Huh? Tracking the Roomba. What is that? Oh, it's from the... Whoa, what is that? Did you guys see that? What? Did you guys see the reflection right there? That was creepy. It was like a little kid or something. I don't like it. I don't like it. This is starting to spook me out. This is starting to spook me out, dude. I am not okay with this. Whoa. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. I don't like it. It keeps moving around. No, no, no. Why? There's gonna be something there, dude. I'm gonna jump. I hate this. What are we looking for? No, stop doing this to me. It's not it's not, dude. This is not. Ah, this is so annoying. This is... I'm gonna jump, I know it. I'm gonna pan down, there's gonna be someone there. Clear. Clear? Stop, stop! Stop with the pan, bro. I hate this. I hate this. I don't... It's a security camera in a house. That's it.
Seems, another presence had been inside the home, though not the kind they were expecting.
That is
Both sisters
creepy.
initially
That
thought a
was
person had broken
horrible,
in,
dude. I
but
was
upon
ready for
watching
something
the
to jump
footage
out.
and seeing the small, shadowy figure dashing past the camera, they knew that this was something else.
Okay, I love this. This is
appear to have any
great.
discernible features, and it doesn't help that it moves
Bizarre
exceedingly
bub,
fast
dude. That
before
was
disappearing
awesome.
out of nowhere.
The fact that
I'm already
it just moved
subscribed.
so
I didn't even know I was
quickly,
subscribed.
But then, like, the motion capture camera didn't see that shape. And, like, when it was
Even the camera seems to have trouble identifying the figure.
Oh.
There's moments when it passes by and no visual tracker appears
That is a
around
cool
it.
camera.
But then
I want
strangely,
one.
at times, the green box appears in a dark room as though something was being detected. Never before has the camera done this until tonight when the door opened by itself.
front door open.
I kind of want one of those cameras. That's really cool how it
closed
tracks like that.
And I mean, this house is like brand
Oh,
new.
and
like,
the door opened by itself.
Yeah.
Considering that all this activity was preceded by the door opening, they believe something paranormal had forced its way in.
Yeah, it looked like a kid,
which makes
right?
you wonder about the video from early on. Could it be that something supernatural had opened the bedroom door at the beginning of this video? Or was it simply due to something else? After watching the footage, it's hard to say what exactly occurred. Just what exactly was the camera picking up that night? As always, let me know your thoughts on this one.
That was cool. That was really
On Wednesday
creepy.
night,
I was ready
a
for
team
something
of
to jump
paramedics
out.
arrive at a house to assist a man with severe schizophrenia. According to the man, he couldn't leave his room because someone was standing at his door.
They're not gonna let me go past it. They're not gonna let me go past it. Somebody's there.
We're right here.
I'm telling you, somebody's at the door and they're not gonna let me go past it.
They wearing? What are they wearing?
They're wearing blue. But
Good,
someone's
good.
there and they're not gonna let me go past it. Someone's at the door.
I need you to sit up, okay? Can you do that?
Listen, there's no need to apologize. Whatever makes you comfortable, okay?
I was almost ready to look
Good
away.
for you.
I was looking away. I was ready for something to jump out. I hate when it's like panning like that, dude. That shit is creepy.
All right? Is that okay? That it?
Really? You're gonna do this to me again?
Is that it? Are you okay?
No, no. I hate this. This is
While
not
claiming
good.
to see someone standing at his door, a clock falls without warning. Now, the possibility of this being a coincidence isn't entirely ruled out, but when you consider the fact that the clock was securely mounted on the wall, well, things get very strange. Now, aside from the clock falling, there's something else in this video that was recorded, and it has to do with this doorway. 23-year-old Cass, the man undergoing psychosis, is a diagnosed schizophrenic who in a short video says this.
Schizophrenia, I'm not crazy, we're not crazy. People that have schizophrenia are normal people. My most common hallucination is seeing a shadow figure.
But is it?
Doorways, like in any doorway.
Is that schizophrenia, or are you having a paranormal encounter?
So think of any doorway.
Ask
in your
yourself
house.
that.
My therapist and I do something called visualization dismissal.
Time for
So
ghost
I open and close the
activity.
door repeatedly, and that kind of like scrubs away the shadow figure.
Although he wasn't seeing a shadow figure this time, he was seeing a man. And this man just so happens to be the same thing that his girlfriend saw 2 years ago in their old home.
Really?
Keep in mind that Cass's girlfriend doesn't have schizophrenia or any condition that causes her to see things that aren't there.
Really? Holy shit.
What's wrong? What? What?
That is crazy.
There's nothing in there. What?
Her description of what she saw was eerily similar to Cass's depiction of the man. Now, because of this angle, we can't see what it is that she saw, but thankfully, there's another camera in this house that might have recorded evidence.
Oh, he
of
has
the
a chest
so-called
camera.
man.
That's cool.
Over on Cass's channel, you'll find many videos where he documents his schizophrenic episodes. Thanks to his GoPro, he can easily record moments of extreme psychosis by simply pressing a button.
What I do is, if the hallucination's like really strong and I am not even like making sense out of reality, I use this. And
really,
basically I point it at the door frame or whatever I'm seeing, and look at the screen. And if what I'm seeing in the door frame isn't on the GoPro screen, it's not real.
That's a
Helps me
great
calm down.
idea. Okay.
I'm doing really bad right now.
However, there's one video on his channel that's completely different from the rest. While talking to an hallucination, he captures this.
That is crazy.
You always say the same thing. No. Quit it.
Dude, this is messed up. This is actually messed up.
Stop bringing that up. Stop saying that.
He's having a full conversation with somebody that's not there. Could you imagine not knowing what's real and what's
You always
fake?
wait till now to say that.
If I had schizophrenia, I couldn't be a paranormal investigator because all of my credibility would go out the window. But, like, that's just crazy.
Whoa.
Whoa! That thing just moved.
Alexa, light on.
What? What? You're not hallucinating that, buddy. I hate this. Why are they doing this to me? They keep doing that close the curtain, open it bullshit. pan the camera away, pan back, pan away, pan back, and then there's gonna be something there, and it's gonna scare the shit out of me. Stop. Just stop doing this. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude, I hate this. This is terrible.
Cass couldn't tell if what he was seeing was real, so naturally, he walks over to the other curtains to do his usual technique and tries to get rid of this so-called delusion. Apparently, he wasn't just seeing the curtain moving, but a figure standing behind it. In a panic frenzy, he opens and closes the drape as an attempt to scrub away the figure, but while doing so, the curtain moves again.
That's crazy.
This was strange considering that he was no longer seeing someone behind it, yet somehow, despite doing his usual technique, something was still happening. But as if that wasn't creepy enough, the whole drape begins to lift upwards. It appears to go up entirely before dropping to the ground.
Holy shit.
If seeing things in doorways didn't already freak him out, then surely this has. Now to this day, watching this video freaks him out. Seeing this scares him because what he thought was just an hallucination was actually real. This, as a result, makes it harder for him to trust his own perception. It's for this reason that he rarely talks about this incident. But after recording what recently happened, he couldn't help but think of this. So then, might there be some connection between this occurrence and the one from many years ago? Cass believes so. But of course, like all videos, I'll let you come up with your own conclusions. For now, this one remains a mystery.
Dude, this is a really... I love this. This is awesome. Bizarre Hub, you have done amazing work here.
Now this next video was submitted to me by Sam.
I don't want to miss any of this. I have to go to the bathroom, and I really don't want to miss any of this.
Jay, who's part of the year...
So hang on. We're going to do something. I'm going to open up... just so it's not boring. I don't know. I'm just going to find another video. I want to watch this, because this is actually really cool. I'm going to put on just a random Nukes Top 5 video. Until I get back. I'll be right back in like a couple minutes here. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom, then I'll be back. Watch this.
The Witching Board. Popular paranormal live streamer Ricky Velasquez and his wife Liz traveled to an allegedly haunted house somewhere out in the middle of nowhere in Mexico. Now apparently the story of this place is truly dark and disturbing, because Ricky will only mention that the house was once home to an extremely large family named Hernandez. Apparently some tragic and unspeakable event occurred at the Hernandez home, and most of the family, including many women and children, lost their lives. Now, whatever did happen, apparently it was so horrific that many people still leave candles at the house to pay their respects to this day. So after exploring the downstairs, Ricky and Liz head up to the second floor. And that's when they begin to experience something that makes their blood run cold. Ricky is broadcasting their exploration live on YouTube, and as he reads comments from his live stream audience, this happens.
¿Fuiste tú? No, man.
Okay, I am back. I'm sorry.
Bebé.
I had to go. Okay, I'm gonna go back now. I want to finish this video, because this is actually really cool.
Book team at her high school. One afternoon, while a group of senior students were rehearsing for a graduate ceremony that took place last spring, a camera inside the auditorium recorded something that left all students, including staff, terrified.
What you guys will do first is you're gonna take the diploma from me.
It was during a speech rehearsal by the school principal that this was caught. Take a look.
That's okay. We don't want any broken ankles tonight before graduation. So then we're going to talk about individual accomplishments a little bit, and we'll move you off to the side before.
Whoa! The door just opened. What?
What? Just a change in air pressure. towards that apparently goes, Mr. Baker. Thank
Wow.
you, sir. And then, let's see, then we'll talk about STEM.
The principal carries on, paying little attention to what just happened. As he claims, this could have been due to wind pressure. But despite thinking this, it would be what happens next that completely changes his mind. While instructing students on how to move on stage, this is captured.
Oh, this is a warm-up. This is like a warm-up, like they're doing practice.
Sports programs as well. And then we'll talk about your individual achievements, how you guys have really taken leadership. Everybody to give us their science.
What?
We must have an open door somewhere else in the building, blowing that open. Anyway, so let's get started in just the way that we're gonna go. So we'll go John Anderson. We'll do the thing.
I've never seen this. This is the first time for me. This is some creepy shit, dude.
Come over. Then no, that's the right order. So Michael Thompson comes over. That right. And we've got Emily Rodriguez. Same thing. And
Whoa. Wait, what? I missed that. I was looking at chat and I missed what happened. Did his hat just go flying?
And
oh, it got ripped off his head. That is crazy. Wow, I missed that. That is creepy.
It's at this point that the notion of this being just the wind stops making sense. A cap on one of the students flies off their head. Almost as if someone knocked it off, the hat zips across in a swift and sudden motion before landing close to the exit. The same exit where no one was seen opening the door.
Huh.
Even the
I wonder what
principal,
school
who
this
initially
is.
thought it was nothing, couldn't make sense of this. According to Sam J., the yearbook member who sent me this clip, he was just as baffled as everyone else. Now, after this happened, they proceeded to finish up the rehearsal before leaving an hour later. The next day, Sam takes a video of the exit door and shows that they're not automatic. If they were, then this definitely would have explained the doors opening, but given that they're not, and considering the cap incident, perhaps what occurred here was caused by something unexplainable. If true, then students might not be as sad to leave the school on graduation day, given that it might be haunted. Now that's creepy.
Interesting. Sorry guys, I got a text.
On December 27 of 2025, a strange video was posted by a veterinary hospital in Madison, Alabama, where apparently something happened that caused all employees to stop in their tracks. What occurred during this moment has left everyone spooked. Now, this video recording was kept private for 4 years until just a few weeks ago. It was only after receiving many comments asking for this footage that Renee Holt, the owner of this clinic, decided to share it, as she believes her clinic
This school would be fun to film?
From dog kennels that often open on their own in the
Hey, Austin, did I tell you about the massive school we might be investigating soon, if we can get it?
middle of the night,
Not sure if I told
to
you
office
about that.
equipment being thrown around with no apparent cause. Renee and her staff have no explanation for these odd occurrences. However, there is one theory that occasionally comes up at work, and it's the belief that all this activity might be due to the dogs who passed away at this clinic. Whether being
Haunted?
put down for medical reasons
Really?
or naturally
Hauntings from
passing
dogs.
away,
Interesting.
they were last alive at this location. But despite their absence, it seems that they're still here, just not physically. One night, while caring for a critically ill cat, this happens.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, I couldn't remember if I told you or not.
That's weird. Where is that coming from?
A dog is heard crying somewhere in this clinic, but that's odd, because there shouldn't be a dog here at this time. The only other dog inside this clinic is the one in this office. However, they don't howl or make any noise throughout the footage.
I gotta talk to Fade about it. I gotta ask him. I gotta ask for an update on that. I'm not really too sure. Because I'm not the one that's trying to get into it. I think Fade is trying to get us in there.
Okay, so you still want to do banana bags, 15 mils an hour, head of starch, 4 mils an hour. Over this way. Alright. Medications, metronidazole, 15 mil BID, IV. No. No, you have. Alright, who's going to help me?
What the heck is going on?
It's coming from away.
I don't know. I gotta talk to Fade about that one.
What is that? What, phantom dogs? Why don't you look in the front porch and make sure they didn't dump one or throw one in the pen outside or something? I didn't hear anything. You're not hearing that. 3 of us heard it. I didn't hear it, no. You heard it, right? I heard it. It sounded like it was in that room or something. Like it sounded like it was like playing the board. We're gonna play that back.
Austin, have you ever watched this guy before? This Bizarre Hub? This is really good. Like, this might be my second most favorite top 5 channel. This is really good. I like his
staff searches all around for this dog, but after checking extensively, both inside and outside, they find nothing. The dog was nowhere to be found.
This is great.
Yet still, the cries
Creepy?
continue as if desperately wanting to be found. But unfortunately, that never happens. With no sight or any trace of
Yeah,
this
a long
canine,
time ago?
the staff can't help but wonder if what they heard had been a dog they once cared for. Could it be that what they heard was something from the other side? It isn't certain if that's the case, but it's been 4 years since this happened, and despite capturing other strange things on camera, this one remains unforgettable to the clinic.
That's crazy.
If you caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com. That being said, let's get back to the video.
I should send him some of my stuff.
On the night of December 21st, 2025, car enthusiast Tad Gavin was driving down an empty access road in a business park that had closed for the night. He was looking for a spot somewhere in this vast, empty office park for the purpose of taking videos of his car and posting them on his page. No one is ever around this area past operating hours, which can seem a bit creepy, but here, he can rev his engine as loud as he wants without being berated by a neighbor.
You're gonna wake up with the police standing over you.
Gotcha.
Neighbors would often approach Gavin just to scold him, but even after driving elsewhere to avoid problems, he continues to be approached, just not by a neighbor, but by something else.
What the freak was that? Oh my god!
What was it?
According to Gavin, he was driving inside a business park located in St. Petersburg, Florida, which is close to where he lives, when he caught sight of a tall figure heading towards his vehicle.
What?
The following is his footage from both his dash cam and interior cam. Take a look.
Where is it? Where would I don't understand where it is. Whoa, what is that? It's like a cloaked figure. What the heck is that? Yeah, I'd be flipping out too.
Now, it's not just the sudden appearance of a dark figure that's strange on its own, but the details of this incident too, most of which don't make any sense. For one, why would there be anyone out here at night dressed in all black?
Right?
If their intention
like
was to
cloak?
stay hidden,
That's
then
like
sure,
a
that
cloak,
would make
is it
sense.
not?
But if hiding was the goal, then why even approach the vehicle and reveal itself?
Okay, that is spooky.
What's weirder is that they didn't seem to run towards the car or try to grab the door handle, which throws out the idea of this being an ambush or kidnapping attempt. The figure just seemingly passes by with no reaction whatsoever to Gavin's speeding Corvette. He still doesn't know who or even what that was, but one can safely assume that coming back here to find out isn't something he plans to do anytime soon, especially at night. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.
I did.
Also,
That was
if
really
you haven't
good.
already done so, please subscribe and make sure to hit the bell icon so you don't miss any uploads in the future.
Bizarre Bub. I guess it's Bizarre Bub. That was really good. That was a really good video. I actually quite enjoyed it. So I want to jump off here. Do I want to get off? Not sure. Not sure. I might get off, I think, here. Or maybe we'll watch one more. I think maybe one more. We'll watch one more. I'll find a shorter one. We're gonna watch some more of this Bizarre Bub. Because, damn, that was a good video. I don't know which one. That one was a good one. I liked that one. Let's watch this. That one's 30 minutes. This one's 20 minutes. Let's watch this one. We'll watch one more, and then I might call it a night.
On March 4th of 2026, at around 11 p.m., Destiny K is fast asleep when suddenly something unexpected wakes her up out of bed.
One more. What the
Destiny
what was
didn't know
that?
it at the moment, but her house was struck by lightning.
Really?
However, this wouldn't be the only thing she wasn't aware of, because on the
That's
same night
insane.
of this incident, something rather creepy was recorded on camera. During the time that lightning struck her house, something happens inside her
Could you
room.
imagine?
Okay. So that's me in bed. There's a TV. Look in this general area. Okay, this corner of the room, and tell me if you see what I see. The lightning strikes. Look in this bottom right corner. Wait for it. There.
I missed it. What am I looking at here?
To the brightness.
Now I'll play the video in slow-mo so you can see it better, but keep in mind that the sound you hear in this video isn't scary music that was added to the footage. The sound is naturally what you hear when you play it at 10% speed. The following is what was caught.
What am I looking at? 10% speed, okay. What is that? What is that? Something sitting on the ground is... Yeah, right. I don't know. I don't know about this one.
Do you see that?
Yeah, I see it now. It's something sitting on the floor, right? Is that what we're seeing?
Tell me that doesn't look like a person sitting on the floor in my
Okay,
bedroom.
that's what I just said. Yeah, someone sitting on the floor. And they're gone, yeah.
And then it's just gone.
Wow.
With this thing. Keep in mind.
So
Although Destiny
her house is haunted, and when that lightning strike, it had enough energy to manifest from the lightning strike.
Can't figure out
Then
what
it
exactly was
manifested
caught
itself.
here. She can definitely see an outline of a body. The image isn't exactly
That
the
is
clearest,
creepy.
but there's no doubting that something which wasn't there initially suddenly appears before disappearing in a flash.
So over here is where
There's one more video I actually want to watch after this one, and you'll see why, because it's going to tie into the Maymont Memorial Hall. And it's a really good video. I've watched it before a couple times, and it is a really good top 5 haunted locations video. We're going to watch it after this one.
I do not want to go over there, so I'm kind of staying.
And then
over
that'll be
here.
it
I
for
haven't
the
really
night.
sort of
Then I'll pack it
crossed
in.
This way, I sort of exit out the other door. Basically, I saw the flash.
Now, little did she know that this wouldn't be the only thing she recorded on camera, because something else was captured inside her home on the same night of this incident.
Literally half the power in this house is out. Half of the house is out.
Over at her living room, her security camera recorded the fire department arriving to her house. They were there to check for any fire hazards caused by the lightning strike. But during their inspection, something very strange happens.
This is all captured on like a security camera that's battery operated, and thank God we had that. Pay attention to this firefighter right here. He keeps looking over at the couch again and again, like as if someone's sitting there and there's not. And this is when it really gets weird.
According to the firemen, they'd sworn they'd seen someone sitting down on this couch. Watch closely.
Huh.
Really?
Yeah, invited is a strong word. I had to say it.
What are you looking for? What is happening right now? Oh, what the? That is creepy. Wow.
On the same sofa where they thought they saw someone sitting, this happens.
That's
An
amazing.
imprint on the back cushion begins to rise, almost as though someone had gotten off the couch. Now, of course, it's quite likely that the firefighter was merely leaning on the sofa, causing the cushion to pop back into place after getting off. But here's where things start to get truly creepy. If it's likely the case that the fireman was responsible for the rising cushion, then how does one explain this?
Yeah, I am...
On the same recording, just
Wait,
a few
what?
minutes before checking this panel, a fireman shines his light on the couch and shows this.
You know what? Actually, I knew you did. Everyone's the very corner of the dark and the light and wall. There you go.
Huh? Wait, did I just see something? In the couch, it moved, right? Am I seeing that?
No one was leaning on the couch this time, let alone being close to the sofa, yet somehow an imprint begins to clear
okay,
up,
that's
as though
what I
someone
thought
had
I
stood up
seen.
from sitting down, like someone
That
disturbed by
is-
the light.
that
and
is
move away.
crazy.
Now, none of the firemen had noticed the
That
shifting
is
imprint,
wild.
and neither had Destiny, until she went through all the recordings to see if anything else happened on this night. But while scrubbing through all the videos, she found something else that she didn't even notice at first, and it's something that you might have missed too while watching these clips.
Yes, I
Early
definitely
on,
missed
when
it.
the fireman kept looking at this couch as if seeing someone
Okay.
sitting there, this happens.
I didn't even know.
Huh? The dog? Is that what we're talking? Oh, the candle goes out. I noticed the candle wasn't going. Because earlier when it showed him there, this candle wasn't going, but I just assumed that they blew it out.
Whatever
Wow.
it was that the fireman kept seeing on this couch must have been so unsettling that he couldn't stop glancing over. Perhaps he was trying to make sense of what he was seeing, but it didn't help because looking this way only made things more baffling. Somehow, a candle that was burning bright goes out all of a sudden.
Wow.
Then later, another candle extinguishes. The two
Wow,
candles,
two of
combined with
them!
the fact that both firemen thought they saw someone
That's
sitting
amazing.
on the couch, makes this whole occurrence unsettling. With everything that occurred that
is
night,
crazy.
it's no wonder why she can't help but think that a ghost or some paranormal thing was caught on camera. But like with most of these videos, it's never certain as to what was captured. Currently, there haven't been any updates on the situation, but until then,
Wow,
this one
that
has yet
is-
to be explained.
That is crazy. So, all of this thing just happened in one big long chain. That's crazy. That was
Let
a
me know your
really
thoughts on
cool
this
clip.
one.
Bizarre Hub, this is or Bizarre Bub, this is amazing. I love, this is awesome.
Now this next video was sent in by Nia22.
This is
who
one of my
writes that
favorites.
She took this recording back in 2014. She remembers filming this moment right away, just in case she needed proof for anyone who wouldn't believe her. While staying over at her grandmother's house, her grandma's dog Coco began staring at the ceiling. But Coco had no reason to look there, as nothing was on the ceiling. She would just stare at it before hiding underneath the bed. Turns out, she was looking at the two ribbons attached to the ceiling fan, one of which is moving by itself.
Wow.
But then suddenly, something happens that terrifies everyone inside.
Here's my old phone, just to prove that it's not edited or anything.
This is Nia's footage. Watch.
Holy shit.
Bro.
Did that boy text you yet?
No, look. Coco can tell something's wrong.
I should submit that clip of the candle holder moving into this guy and see what happens.
Do you see that? Oh, the ribbon. Coco. Coco. What you doing down here?
Oh. Bye, Coco.
Bye, Coco. What the f...
You should send the voice from the barn or the footsteps running in your oxbow video. I should, but those are all just sounds, right? I think the one, did you see that video from a while ago that a viewer sent me of the candle holder and the handle flipping upwards? I think that would do really well on here. Even though it's not my clip, it still is something
both Nia and her cousin
really
jump out of
cool
bed.
that was captured.
Thinking that an earthquake was happening right then, they immediately hop off, only to see that nothing else in the room was shaking. If nothing around the bed or below it was there to cause
Oh, I
a
thought
tremor,
the bed was
then
like
what
vibrating, like it was one of
did?
those
As Nia
vibrating
believes,
beds.
Coco had crawled out from under the bed as she sensed that something wasn't right.
Bye, Coco.
Bye.
Wow.
Like most videos involving dogs that see things that aren't there, this one seems to suggest that something unexplainable was at play here.
Sounds are strong
Perhaps
evidence,
the
yeah.
ribbon wasn't what was getting Coco's attention, but instead, whatever was moving it. Had Coco sensed something that might explain the rocking frame? Or had something else been at play here? As she writes, only Coco might know the answer to this. It's late at night when two girls are home alone having what appears to be a sleepover at either girl's place. It's unknown whose house was hosting this mini slumber party, but whether hosted by the girl recording this or the one who's seen on camera, it's safe to assume that they won't be having any more sleepovers at this house. As the video shows, something pretty creepy was captured while both girls stayed up late.
Walking really funny.
Now the girl talking behind the camera is known as K. Marie, and she took this video way back when she was still attending grade school. It's been more than a few years now since the time of this recording, but still, to this day, she hasn't forgotten about this. As K. Marie writes, me and my cousin are messing around and we caught something strange. This is her video. Take a look.
Go over there and then go like, dude, what the heck, man? Who are you? Hello?
Whoa, what the?
What is that?
What is that? What was that? That is a great question.
It happens quickly, but
What
a
on
strange,
earth was that?
translucent-like figure passes by. Little K. Marie knew that she saw something, but wasn't entirely sure what it was. Almost immediately after asking, "Who are you?" a seemingly translucent, wispy-like figure flies above her head.
Dude, what the heck, man? Who are you?
What is it?
Hello? What is that?
It just shoots across so fast that you can't make out its shape. Whatever this was is just weird. But this wouldn't be the only weird thing recorded, because much later, K. Marie captures this.
That. Did you guys see that? Come on. Come here. Come here.
A voice saying "come here" is heard on video. It's a barely audible voice sounding much like a whisper that seems to be aimed at K. Marie. Although she didn't hear it at the moment, she strangely repeats those same words herself moments later.
Come here.
It's unknown as to where this voice came from or why she repeated those same words, but nothing is as baffling as what occurs next. It was just moments earlier that this was caught in the living room. Watch closely.
Hello from the other side.
Okay, that's an EVP, yeah. It's not Class A. Did you see the lights on in the room where cousin coming from? Eh? No reflection of that. Where is her phone flash reflection or the... What? There's a flash!
Getting really funny.
On the surface of this TV screen, a reflection of something moving appears out of nowhere.
Okay,
Mind you,
yeah, I see it now.
Is sitting down during this time, and her cousin is in the other room.
Oh.
If no one else was home, then who was this? And why is it that this is seen and not the flash from K. Marie's phone? As she points out, the screen showed no reflection of the camera flash or the light from inside the room behind her. In short, nothing that night made any sense. It's for this reason that she shares this video so that someone can explain this. While there has yet to be a definitive explanation, she continues to wonder just what exactly happened that night.
Hello from the other side.
Weird. Very, very weird. Number 2.
Now the following video was recorded inside a subway carriage with not many passengers on board. The person who took this is known as Mark Ogpass, and apparently, while taking a late-night train back to his hotel, he saw something that made his skin crawl. According to Mark, I caught something that was not normal and gave me goosebumps. Now, just for context, this video was taken in 2023 after Mark had come back from playing at a festival that same night. Given that Mark is both a musician and a singer, he rarely posts anything that isn't about making songs or singing on stage. One look at his channel and you'll find clips of him either playing at sold-out venues or jamming with friends. All of his videos have nothing to do with anything creepy or paranormal. That is, until recently. After sharing countless videos about music, Mark uploads something that he's kept private for 3 years. On the night of September 2nd, 2023, Mark was riding a train in the city of Vienna with friends and family who had just seen him perform at a venue that just ended. Not sure if he was just seeing things, he takes out his phone and records this.
What am I looking at? Oh, there's a... Okay, I seen it. What is that? It's like a reflection. Reflection? Question mark?
Among all passengers on board, one rider stands out the most. Sitting alone and appearing quite stiff is someone who's dressed in all black. They don't move and show no expression whatsoever on their face. Like a body devoid of any life, they remain still while staring off with a dead gaze. Now, of course, the odds of this being an actual person dressed in funeral attire are not low, but being dressed as a mourner in the dead of night with a stiff demeanor will definitely spook anyone. However, what makes this truly unsettling is a tiny detail that Mark mentions. According to him, when he showed this video to his friends who were sitting across from the lady in black, they told him that they didn't see anyone sitting there at the time. The seat was entirely empty as they recall. The mourner, as Mark calls her, was only seen by him and thankfully by a few others around him.
Oh, there's like a whole black
what do you
veil
think?
around it.
Had
That
Mark
is
captured
creepy.
a
I didn't even see
full-figure
that. See that? There's like a black veil around it. I thought we were just looking at this face here, but there's actually a whole black thing here. Okay,
apparition on
that is
camera?
creepy.
Or did he just
I just
record
realized
someone
that.
who strangely appeared lifeless while dressed in funeral garments?
Okay, yeah,
As
that
always,
is
I'll let you come up with your own conclusion.
pretty creepy.
If you caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com.
Okay, I will.
That being said,
I will
let's
do
get
that.
back to the video.
I got some I want to send over.
It was during a school field trip to the mountains that the
That
following
is
was caught on
scary.
camera. Now it's worth noting that the exact source of this clip is unknown. It seems that whoever took this video was most likely either a student or a teacher who was accompanying the students on this bus. But as it seems, someone or something else had also been accompanying the group, or at least stayed close to them. Throughout the entire video, no one on this bus notices anything strange during their trip. Whether distracted by the mountain scenery via the bus window or the large dash cam inside the shuttle, no one had noticed the thing that appears during this recording. See if you can notice anything strange in this clip. Watch closely.
I don't understand where I'm supposed to be looking for something creepy. Where are we supposed to be looking here? Oh, is this the front of the view of the train?
Now at first glance, it seems that nothing unusual appears inside the bus.
Yes.
And actually, that's true, because what was captured doesn't appear inside, but instead, outside. If it weren't for the live dash cam inside this bus, this wouldn't have been captured. Pay close attention to the TV that's linked up to the dash cam.
Yo, what is that? Whoa, what the... What is that? Something ran across the road? Yeah, I see that now.
A mysterious figure passes by. Whether walking or running, something about its movement seems quite unnatural.
Wow.
It just seemingly staggers across the bridge,
Skinwalker?
as if limping
Question
or
mark?
tottering before disappearing. But by far, its appearance is the most uncanny. Whatever this is doesn't appear to have a torso. What looks like a pair of moving legs are only seen on camera, but the rest of the body,
That is
nowhere.
spooky as shit.
Now, because there isn't much info on the video, it isn't known if anyone else had spotted the figure, but if they did, it wouldn't be far-fetched to think that this would have scared the living daylights out of them. But as always, let me know your thoughts on this one.
Wow, that was creepy.
Thanks for watching, and I
Okay.
hope you enjoyed.
I have one more video that I want to share with you guys, only because it's going to tie us into Maymont. This is a really good video put together by Mr. Caitlin Gray. And it is a 15-year-old video, but it is really good. This is like 5 haunted locations in Saskatchewan, and they have done a very amazing job at making this video. And I want to play it because the very last location is the Maymont Memorial Hall, which is where I originally found this location years ago. Like 6 years ago I wanted to go, or 5 years ago I wanted to go to this location and do an investigation, but I got told no when I called last time. But it's been 5 years, and we called again, and they said yes. So it's thanks to this video that I found this location. So I want to share this video with you guys. There's no music. There's no nothing here. I don't think. Wait, what's happening? Oh, wait, is this muted? There's not... Oh, I have the tab muted, that's why. Let me try it again. I was like, wait, there's no sound, I guess. This is such a good video. I really, really like this video. Haunted locations in Saskatchewan. Maymont Memorial Hall is the last one. Such a good video, and they got phone interviews with people and everything. The Mar residence. I tried to get this location, and they told me no.
Saskatoon's oldest building still on its original site. In 1885, it was used as a field house for Canadian soldiers. It is now a museum and heritage site. It is said to have 3 ghosts within its walls. A cranky gentleman that sulks in the basement, and children that can be heard laughing in one of the bedrooms. Some people also claim to see strange figures walking through the house at night.
The Kent House. This one I don't know where.
One night, midnight, went snooping through the house.
I have no idea where this is, but this is still.
And the flashlight went dead on us, which usually doesn't happen. So we ran out to the car, and the car wouldn't start. And we waited around there for about half an hour. Finally, the car started and took off. That was pretty much the end of that first story that had anything to do with me. We went there quite a few times. Lots of times nothing happened there, of course. But
Yeah. Typical.
one time I was there and being a stupid young kid, I kicked a couple of basement windows in, being a smart ass. And a few years later, I was going past there with a tractor baler. And I had this really weird feeling just as I drove by the house. I was looking at it, and I felt, guilt for what I'd done. And a really strange sensation chill went down my spine. And I looked down at my odometer, and it spun around about 3 or 4 times. And quit. Never did work again in that tractor.
Wow.
And I
It's
decided from
amazing.
that point on I would never go back there. So that was that was probably 25, 27 years ago, and I've never set foot on
30 some years ago now. This video is 15 years old.
Suite number 9 of the
And it's still well put together.
is rumored to be haunted by a nurse in 1920s uniform. She fills bathtubs and leaves quarters and dimes around the room. She has also been known to sit at the end of the bed and play with feet.
Cemetery. Which cemetery? Oh, this one.
In the city of Saskatoon, the ghosts of pioneers can occasionally be seen wandering among the tombstones.
The Nutana Cemetery in
The
Saskatoon.
cemetery are occupied by deceased children and babies. A citizen of the area says the cemetery has a lot of energy to it.
That is the Nutana Cemetery, and it is supposed to be one of the most haunted cemeteries in Saskatchewan. It's an old pioneer cemetery. Haunted house.
She had a visitor in her house that she did not realize who it was and what was going on. Stuff would move in her house, fall off her cupboards, and move the clock around. And one evening she had a chair pushed up against her door, but on the other side of the door, and nobody was in there. And how would you do that from the inside? So, and then she would always feel somebody watching her as well. She found newspapers open on the, it's like a deck. It's a covered porch, I guess is what it was, and it was locked. Nobody could unlock it from the outside. And it was cold. It was through winter, so who's going to read a newspaper through winter in a cold porch? So anyway,
The next one will be Maymont Memorial Hall, and I am super excited for this location. We're going to be investigating here shortly.
she decided to move out of that house because she felt it was a ghost, and it was. Later, finding out that a boy, I don't know, between 20 and 30, had committed suicide in that house. So, that's my story.
Maymont Memorial Hall. This is where we're going next.
We had
This
some
is the
friends
next-
come out from Saskatoon, and we were just sitting around talking, and the subject of the hall being having ghosts came up. And so they wanted to go over and see, because I didn't realize they were into this supernatural stuff. So we walked over, and it was unplanned, unrehearsed, and George went with my husband, and Sue came with me, and afterwards we all met, and they both saw an elderly gentleman sitting in one of the chairs in the hall. He had a uniform on. It wasn't military, like it wasn't military. They said it was more like a commissionaire uniform.
Commissionaire, okay.
And then George started to walk towards the stage, and the curtains were drawn across the stage. And all of a sudden he stopped in the center of the hall, and he says, "I can't go any further." He says, "There's somebody watching me from the stage." Like, he says he just got this cold feeling all of a sudden, and he said he could see, like, there was his face peeking out through the curtains on the stage. So he turned around and came back. He says, "No," he says, "I can't go any further." And basically they just walked around the hall, and she's really into this, like, she'd walk around with her hands open, because it's kind of a sign that you're not scaring them, like you're there to, you want them to come forward if they are there, like, you know, arms or hands open. And she went into every, like, nook and cranny, like she went upstairs, like in the old projection room, like, but she didn't see anything after that. And they just kind of walked around, but they did see that elderly gentleman, and he said he saw that somebody peeking through the curtains on the stage.
Wow.
And then basically we just left, and as we're walking down the street, they both turned, and they said they could see faces watching us leave on that old projection room, like the 3rd floor.
Building just looks creepy.
There were faces looking out the windows watching us leave.
So excited for this one.
So one time we were at the hall where we have our dance classes, and we went there to practice our dances, and our teacher wasn't there. And all of a sudden we heard like a girl screaming in the basement.
Wow.
And none of us were down there.
That just gives me chills just thinking about that.
And the doors started getting all wacky and crazy and stuff.
It doesn't look like this nowadays. This is actually what it used to look like. I think in like 2015-ish, they remodeled the building, and the outside looks completely different. So it doesn't quite look like that nowadays. This is before the renos or whatever. Face on the floor. This face on the floor that they're about to show you here, this is pareidolia. I've seen this before. They're classifying it as evidence. In my opinion, this is pareidolia. You got a grainy image, and you got some lights on the floor, and then the grainy image is matrixing a face. That is what I see here, in my opinion. As though a man. Yeah, see, I don't see a man. I see pareidolia. Yeah, I see a face, but I think it's pareidolia. I don't know. That's where we are going in a short time here. We will be going to the Maymont Memorial Hall to investigate it and see if there's anything there. But this building has had a ton of paranormal... It's had one paranormal investigation for sure. And it's had a lot of... It's had a lot of... There's been a lot of people that have witnessed stuff in this building. And we're going to make a video and see exactly what is haunting this place, if there is anything there. But based on the track record, I think we're definitely, hopefully, going to find something. But who knows? So that will be coming out very, very... We'll be there shortly. Not sure when, but we'll be there. We'll be there soon here, so. But yeah, I'm excited for that one. I've been trying to get into Maymont Memorial Hall for 5 years. I've wanted that location. I've wanted to investigate Maymont, but never quite had luck in getting it. So hopefully we can now get it, go in there and do an investigation, and we catch a lot of stuff. So let's hope. Also, for those of you sitting in here that aren't talking, our Oxbow Ralph Allen investigation is out and on YouTube. Make sure you go and watch it. I'm posting a link to the video in the chat right now. You guys can go watch that video because it's out. Ralph Allen. We captured some crazy activity in that one. At that location. Captured a little kid running around upstairs and some other creepy stuff. Recorder playing by itself. REM pods going off by themselves. Stuff like that. But make sure you go watch that video because there was a lot of paranormal activity we captured in that one. But I think this is going to be it for the night. I'm going to get off and just hang out, relax. Yeah, I'm just gonna hang out, relax. Austin, you want to jump in Discord for a bit and talk for a little bit? But I'm gonna get off and just hang out for the rest of the evening. Thank you so much for those of you that that's really loud. Thank you so much for those of you that decided to come by for tonight's stream. I was a little late getting here, but I'm here. I was here. And I'm going to end it. And hopefully the next time you see me live will be at Maymont. So I guess we'll see you guys later. See ya! Can you wave to us if that's
Oops.
you? Oopsie, I didn't mean for that to happen. My bad! So, we'll see you guys later. Have a good night. Have a good night. Don't let the ghosts bite. Alright, we'll see you guys later. Good night.